Camera on, man.
Oh, I'm eating.
Well, and I eat all the time.
Yeah. No camera.
Yeah, no, put your camera on.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Nope. I'm looking up what the other thing is. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Well, I got most of it pulled up. Why'd you put the picture of fucking Ethan or H3H3 Ethan Klein on the thumbnail? I was very curious about that.
You told me to. You sent a picture of a Twitter bird, and then you sent a picture of Ethan Klein, and then you said, Steve, put that into the thumbnail with the Hitler Twitter bird.
Hold on. That's not what I said. In fact,
I'm reading it. Word for word.
And I said, Steve will stream tonight. We need a thumbnail. Ice Cube is being canceled. I gave you the video of that crazy lady fucking screeching at the top of her lungs because, we have all these freak out videos these days, right? And then I can start linking the stream in my community tab. I said, we talked about early voting. We talked about the re-education centers. We talked about the punk thing. You're just getting chat. You're getting a rundown of what we're doing. Okay, so I put Steve. Put that into the thumbnail with Hitler Twitter bird. Also going to read that word for word on stream. So you just linked me a picture of Ethan Klein right before I said that, and we're talking about.
I linked it.
Yeah. You.
No.
No. Aura did.
Fucking Aura did.
He did. Oh,
well,
God.
I don't pay attention to who's saying what.
Okay, well. I think I don't want our audience to be misled. We had nothing planned for H3H3 tonight. It's just a very grotesque picture. I don't know. He's Aura. He's just screwing with us now. Now he's no longer a part of the channel. He can just do whatever the hell he wants.
Well, what are you talking about? Read what word for word then? Because I thought you meant like you're gonna read that Klein, Ethan Klein, that tweet Ethan Klein made.
I don't care about Ethan Klein. I mean, the photo's just disgusting. He looks like the full body manifestation of an unwanted dick pic. That was a good one. All right, so guys, let's talk about what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about Ice Cube, and look, man, Ice Cube is not a Trump supporter. I'm like 100% he's not voting for Trump, but he is being like slowly red pilled over these past few days because they are desperately trying to cancel him for simply talking to someone in the Trump administration, not endorsing him, not talking about what a great person he is, but simply the Trump administration reached out to him because his contract with Black America. They said that they spoke with him. They said they implement parts of his plan, and that was it. He didn't say, okay, now I'm going to tell everybody how great MAGA is. Now they want to cancel him and destroy him and shit. That was it. And he's like telling people, like, I'm not endorsing him. I'll just work with whoever's in charge if it means benefiting Black America. And they're like, nope. He sided with Trump. He's a Trump supporter now. I'm like, what the fuck, man? If you guys want to lose Ice Cube, I say go for it. But what the hell? Now we have the Women's March did an event outside of the Supreme Court because of the Amy Coney Barrett hearings. I thought everything there went kind of peacefully, but there's a photo on Twitter right now of some chick who got her ass beat, right? She's in like a neck brace. Her lips are fucking swollen because she says she went down there and she was supporting Donald Trump, and I guess she got attacked. And I tried finding any type of news article about this. There's nothing. All right. Everything is just talking about how positive the march was. So just, it's kind of typical at this point. The big one we're going to be talking about tonight is gatekeeping of the punk community, because apparently to be punk right now, you need to be walking arm in arm with every single mainstream corporation, everything on mainstream. If you don't follow the mainstream, then you can't be punk.
I mean, because that's what punk's all about, is following what mainstream and the government wants you to do.
Punk. Everybody knows punk is not about challenging authority. It is about exerting authority over other individuals and you know what they think and feel. The whole story begins because I guess some girls posted pictures of themselves and said they're pro-life goths. So this other goth dude comes out and says, "I'm about to start gatekeeping," and then and so these punk people started coming out, or I'm using punk in quotations, about how they were academic scholars of punk, and therefore they knew what punk actually was. And now I'm just like, every single one of these individuals is a fucking LARPer, and we'll go into it. We have Robert Reich, a Berkeley professor, who wants to open up a Ministry of Truth, which will be run by our glorious government and will dictate what is true and what is false. And it had 43,000 likes. And there were people in the comments section talking about how, oh, we got pushed back for this, but you know, we were being gentle. Really, we need to arrest all the conservatives. So yeah, there's that. We have another Democrat freaking the fuck out on camera tonight, and I guess there was a violent protest that happened in San Francisco. These pro First Amendment people showed up in San Francisco to protest because I guess one of those social media companies is located out there, and Antifa showed up to defend the corporation and resist free speech. So. Oh man.
So how did the punk community get involved in this? Like they just decided to start doing this too because they seen the goth kids do it?
No. So basically, there's a new trend on TikTok, and the trend is just ripping on conservatives, right? That's the new trend on TikTok. So now you have all these quote unquote punk people and these goth people who are basically showing up to defend the mainstream narrative and not question anything. In fact, they jumped onto the bandwagon full stop because you know that's what it means to be goth, and that's what it means to be punk. It's to agree with everything that everybody else is saying and in no way at all challenge what is being said to you. Because prison, Steve, right? That's correct, right? That's the meaning of being goth and punk, is to accept what you are told.
That's how I was taught, you know. Fuck.
All right, so I have the story pulled up about so it was a free speech rally in San Francisco. I think that's where I kind of want to start off tonight. Because, well, baby, I'm charging my phone. I mean, I know it's at 96%, but it could be at 100.
I need it at 100 at all times. Well, not your phone, but
it could die.
I need your phone at 100 at all times too, Crow.
My phone could die at any point now.
Yeah,
and that is going to ruin this stream.
Good night.
Love you, baby. Okay, so all right, because we're going to be as quick as we can as far as taking segments from this stream and uploading them now. That way, it's the Crows of Judgment slumber party. Everybody in my home wears a bathrobe at night because they're soft, they're warm, and they're fuzzy, and they just make you feel good inside. So I don't know if anyone noticed today, we did upload 2 videos. The video was on Static Shock, moving forward with this live action movie. Michael B. Jordan has joined as a producer. I'm really excited about that. And then we did another story because they're doing a soft reboot at DC Comics in which they're basically replacing every single member of the Justice League with some kind of I'm just going to say it's some sort of tokenized version of the character, right? So Wonder Woman is going to be a Brazilian woman now. Green Lantern is going to be female POC. Batman, they haven't revealed his identity yet. And then they told everybody that it's a better than 47% likelihood that it will be a minority. And that's what's really important about Batman.
Mexican Batman? Is that what we're going to get Mexican
That would actually
Batman?
be cool. That,
yeah, it would.
You remember South Park's Mexican Joker?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I thought that's where you're good.
No, I was thinking of the Family Guy skit where they're all living in like the one house and Mexican Batman and like comes back with all the keys and it's like, oh yeah, these are just my relatives. They're just visiting.
But yeah, there's a new Flash who's a female person of color who's also a leg amputee, right? So these are the things that we need. So as a fan of comics, Marvel tried the same bullshit. In 2012, I want to say, is when they launched the all new, all different Marvel, and then they tried doing Marvel Now, and then every single year they did a soft reboot until finally they just gave up, reset the universe, brought back all the original characters, turned Captain America into a Nazi. That didn't go over very well, and then they finally just brought us back the original heroes. No, Static Shock is technically, that's correct, Max. Static Shock is a Milestone character. DC bought out the Milestone imprint and they kind of merged him into the DC canon, but at the same time, not really, because they don't do Static comics. I think the most recent appearance of Static in anything was a very, very minor role in Young Justice. But now they're actually moving forward with like a Dakota verse, right? Which is the original universe of the Milestone characters, which I think is going to be great. But that's separate from the stuff that DC Comics is doing with their comics. Apparently, we're going to have this new shit for like not technically legally owned. Thank you, Cheshire. At least Static Shock is an original character. No, I'm a major fan. Like, I was praising the fact that they're finally making a Static movie. This other thing with the comics, it's not going to work. It didn't work when Marvel tried it, and Marvel tried it for like 5+ years, right?
Wait, what did Marvel try?
They tried killing off their main cast or just outright replacing them with minority characters. Yeah. So wait.
When did I miss this? When did that happen?
With like 2012. This was in the comics. So
comics, okay.
Yeah, basically they made they killed off Tony Stark, replaced him with a black female teen. They aged Steve Rogers up, so he lost the super soldier serum, and then Sam Wilson became the new Captain America. They made Thor unworthy, and then Jane Foster took over as the new Thor. So those are your big three from the Marvel cast. They killed off Wolverine, and they had his female clone become the new Wolverine. And a lot of stuff was just completely out of character and didn't make any sense. Like having the title of Invincible Iron Man be run by a black female teen. I'm like, well, first off, there's the man in there that was very confusing. But Marvel tried it, and it just blew the fuck up in their face. They bled readers. Now, the big difference, I guess, would be Marvel did that reboot, and they just ran with it, and there was no turning back. The DC reboot is going to be 2 straight months of all of their characters being gone. They're not going to be doing any other comics. They're only going to be doing something called DC Future State with all of these different characters. Which means if it doesn't work out in 2 months, they can just pull the ripcord and go right back to what they were doing before. But I am.
Oh, if it's Mexican Batman, I'll start reading comics just for that.
I mean, it would be interesting. I'm not going to lie. Mexican Batman would be pretty entertaining. Anyways, how's my shoulder doing? I took it out of the arm sling, but I'll see how I feel. That female Thor movie is being released next year. Yes, it is.
Canadian Superman, Max? I don't know. Would you watch a Canadian Superman or read about a Canadian Superman, Crow?
No, I really wouldn't.
That's sad.
Yeah, no.
You would? I don't know.
No, I wouldn't. No. Fuck Canadian. The only Canadian superhero who's any good is literally Wolverine, and the rest are just kind of basic as fuck. But look,
Wolverine from Canada?
Yeah, he is.
I thought he just moved to Canada because he was sick of everyone's shit.
No, he's Canadian. Wolverine is Canadian. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Look, my whole point of bringing that up is it wasn't like they said, okay, Captain America is going to retire, so Sam Wilson is going to take over the mantle of being Captain America. Makes sense because Sam Wilson has been partners with Steve Rogers for a very long time. It was them taking like every main character and just replacing them outright, only leaving a couple in place. And in DC's future state, they're doing the exact same thing. Every single character, Superman is being replaced by his own son, right? Which is at least interesting on this new version of the Justice League, except his son is apparently a massive dick and took Metropolis and shrunk it down into like a bottled city, right? And that's his way of keeping it safe, right? So there's some stuff in there that looked interesting. There's Superman's going to go to Warworld, and I think that would be pretty fun to see. But even the stuff with Bruce Wayne's Batman looks like it would be interesting. It's the wrong time to fucking try that shit because DC's hemorrhaging out readers. They're hemorrhaging money right now. And they just took all of their popular heroes and just yeeted them the fuck out of their imprint for 2 months. I don't know what thought process went into that, but it didn't work for Marvel. And Marvel really, really tried to make it work. The issue is, they always say like comics are for everyone, yada, yada, yada. Being diverse is the best thing, yada, yada, yada. And you get all these woke people who show up and they cheer it on. They're like, oh, this is the representation we need. And then they don't buy the fucking books. They don't buy the books. The only people who are going to buy those books are the ones who want to read fucking Bruce Wayne Batman. Or Bruce Wayne disappears and they want to see one of his proteges take over the mantle. Dick Grayson is Batman. Jason Todd is Batman. Tim Drake is Batman. I mean, Damian Wayne's a little young, but that's what those fans actually want to see. Yeah, Damian Wayne, his son. He's like 12, I think, or 13.
Have a kid with
Talia al Ghul, Ra's al Ghul's daughter. Ra's al Ghul's daughter.
Chuckle. Who the hell's Ray Chuckle?
It's okay, Steve. You don't know shit, and it's annoying.
So what? How am I supposed to know all this? How do you know all this?
I don't know. Because I've been reading these comics for a very long time. Too long. That's not important, Steve. The thing is, people want to like follow up with what is familiar with them in these comics. And if you want to introduce something new, you have to do it in a way that makes sense, right? So X-23, who's the female clone of Wolverine, right? They just decided that she's going to take over the mantle of Wolverine. But the problem is it doesn't fit with her established character in the comics. She is not Wolverine. She is not that character. And so when you open up the Wolverine title and you're expecting a Wolverine story, instead you're getting X-23 just wearing his costume. That's not what those readers wanted, right? That's not what those readers wanted. That's not what I wanted. I mean, the Wolverine stuff is incredibly fucking dark and depressing. And they gave us X-23 as Wolverine, and she's got an apartment in New York City, and she's got a little sister, and they've got a little fucking ferret that's with them, or badger, or like a real Wolverine. I don't know. It's stupid. It was really dumb. Sam Wilson becoming the new Captain America, right? That's interesting, right? Because Sam Wilson has worked with Steve Rogers in the comics in the past, right? So you'd think that, okay, well, we're going to see him take over the mantle. We're going to see something great there. We're going to see no. Instead, what we got was Sam Wilson going to the border to fight far-right militias and save the illegal immigrants so that they can enter in the country without persecution. I'm like, dude, stop. Like, fuck, man. We got instead of like Rhodey, right? Instead of Rhodey taking over as Iron Man, because he's done it in the comics in the past, right? He has a military mindset. You know, I actually like War Machine, but I'd be totally fine with him taking over as Iron Man. Instead, we got they killed off Rhodey, right? So you couldn't do that. And then they killed off Iron Man. And then instead we had Riri Williams, who was a black female teen who suffers trauma because she watched like her friend or her friend's father get gunned down by cops. I'm like, dude, like all at the same time, right? Like, we're not talking about, 10 years apart, 5 years apart, like literally all at the same time they put all that shit into the comics. And it just blew up in their faces. Nobody wanted to read the comics. Now you're going to go into the same shit with DC. And maybe, right? DC saw what happened with Marvel, and they're intent on not going down that road. They're going to do something where they're going to replace all their main cast with minority characters, and they're going to focus really heavily on making those characters interesting and not on all the politics, right? And potentially, because this new Batman character, they're not revealing his identity. It's supposed to be a mystery. And there's some intrigue there, right? Everybody loves a good mystery. People are going to want to know who the new Batman is. But it's all the other shit like at the exact same time. And then there's one white dude on the Justice League, which is Superman's kid. And apparently he's just a fucking dick, right? So why are you going to do that? I guess is my question, right? Why wouldn't you just, if you want to change up your roster, why not take one character at a time? Why not build up who's going to take over that new mantle? Instead, we're just doing this shit, right? I don't know what to say. And then Red X, you don't know who this is, Steve. They have
I don't know a lot.
There was a Teen Titans cartoon, right? It was really popular. It was on Cartoon Network. It went on for like 5 or 6 seasons. A lot of people really love it. It got canceled. They eventually replaced it with Teen Titans Go, which is made for like much younger children. There was a character introduced in that cartoon called Red X. And so when I was looking over the DC Future State image, Red X is in there. And I'm like, okay, at this point, I think you're just out of ideas, right? I think you're completely out of ideas if you're introducing a character from the fucking Teen Titans cartoon. I don't know, man. I just, fuck. And it's like, it's not like they changed up his costume. It's literally the Red X costume from the cartoon. They're completely out of fucking ideas. And that's not good. That's really not good. So, breaks my heart. It really does, because I want more people to like get into comics. This is not going to get anyone into comics. You're putting your fucking woke bullshit does not bring people into comics. It drives out your audience, right? If you want it, like, and if you are going to do that, if you are going to do it, I really hope that they put story before everything else, right? I really hope story before everything else, because I'm a fan of The Boys, which is on Amazon, right? Season 2 was like extremely fucking woke, right? Homelander, fucking the Nazi bitch talking about white genocide and stuff, right? Extremely fucking woke. And then at the very end of it, I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil shit for people, but it basically ends with 3 women in the show teaming up to literally kick the Nazi. And I started laughing. I literally started laughing. I was like, I mean, it's a good show. It really is. But they do put a lot of effort into making those characters' story. really work, right? They put a lot of effort into that show to make it work for people. If DC is just going to give us, Brazilian Wonder Woman, I hope that they've found some interesting way of doing that, but they're going to run this for 2 months. They're replacing everything else, and you're not going to get your old stories for 2 months. It seems like they're trying to test the waters with these characters, and to do it at a time when DC is like literally hemorrhaging money just seems like a terrible fucking decision, and an even worse like business decision. But I mean, we'll just have to see what happens. We'll just have to see what happens. I didn't mean to go on to comics there for a little bit, but I do love them, and I hope for the best. I really do hope for the best, because the worst thing that can happen for DC, for Marvel, is for them to continue to lose readers over just absolute insanity. But I don't have faith. I don't have faith. And again, I am 100% excited about the Static Shock movie. So it's not like an issue of like not liking minority characters. It's an issue of not liking them just inserting these people just randomly and doing all of your entire cast at the exact same time. I like comics. At Crow's Judgment's gatekeeping makes me not want to read them. I mean, read them. I'm not going to tell you not to read them. Read them. And I hope that they do well. I really do, because DC is literally having to fire people, lay them off. And whether or not I agree with the people politically there, I don't want to see people lose their jobs. It's not a good thing. Yeah, I've been on the other end of losing my job before. It's never something that I wish on people. It's really not. So I hope that it goes well. I really do. It's just, I don't think it will, especially after what I saw with Marvel, trying it for years and just collapsing and failing, and finally doing a complete 180 after they'd already bled out so many readers. DC Vertigo. I'd agree with you there. Static Shock was one of my favorite cartoons to watch Saturday mornings growing up. Now, unfortunately, I think DC Universe is being shut down. They're putting it over to HBO Max. But I think that you're going to be able to watch the Static Shock cartoon on HBO Max when they actually do that. As of right now, if you get a subscription to DC Universe, you can watch all of Static Shock. And I think Kurogane, maybe. Kuro, I think this was you. You left a comment on the Static Shock video talking about the cartoon and everything. And I replied to it basically saying, they were able to give us really powerful messages in that show and not turn it into politics, right? They really were. There's an episode where Static's friend Richie is shot at school, right? And they don't turn it into like some just stupid little fucking thing about how, we need to ban all guns. It's nothing like that, right? The message is like, the guy who brings the gun to school is being bullied, right? People aren't sticking up for him. And by the time someone is finally willing to do it, he's already on edge, right? And so he brings the gun to school because he's being picked on. He pulls the gun out, and then something happens and Static's friends get shot, right? And it's like, you look into it, they go through his entire history, like who his dad was, the abuse that he gets at home, the abuse he gets at school, how he's slowly going down this really dark path until something bad happens. Powerful message. And I don't remember at any point in the show where they went on about, and this is why guns are bad and need to be removed from society because guns kill people and it's the worst thing to have a gun. They didn't do that. Instead, they focused on, what actually caused the incident. And we're talking in a fucking children's cartoon, mind you. I remember Richie's father was a racist too in one episode, and it was a powerful message. Yeah. Virgil goes over to his house, and his father's being a racist and shit, and then Richie runs away, and then Virgil's father teams up with Richie's father. They have this powerful conversation. it was really good shit. It was really good shit. Powerful messages in that show all around. And not at one point did I have to hear about fucking Republicans or Democrats, which just made it better. Anyways.
Nah, I'm alive. I don't know what to say about it.
Yeah, Steve doesn't know anything about politics, or comic books, or literally anything. That's why he's in prison right now.
Yep. That's why.
Okay. Gargoyles was awesome. Gargoyles was a great show. Okay, well, we're 30 minutes in. Let's go into the first story for the night, talking about this violent free speech rally. And we'll go through the article because I know what happened. I just want to see if they're truthful in this article that I have pulled up. I hope so. This is ABC 7 News. Tensions rise after free speech rally turns violent in San Francisco. Take a good look. You knocked a black man's teeth out. That is one of the quotes, right? So we have the video here. I want to read through it, and then we can watch the video. An event billed as a free speech rally and a protest against Twitter turned violent Saturday. The event featured some well-known conservative personalities, but organizers were forced to cancel the rally minutes after it started. A large crowd of demonstrators gathered at UN Plaza in San Francisco to oppose a small group holding what was billed as a free speech rally. Oh, hold on. Free speech rally protesting what they say is Twitter's censorship of some of its content. Okay. A large crowd of demonstrators gathered at the UN Plaza in San Francisco to oppose a small group holding what was billed as. So what they're saying is they went to have a free speech rally and a large group showed up and things turned violent. Now, the large group that showed up there was not there to join the rally. They were there to actually oppose it. They have no business being here. They're trying to build a fascist movement in this country, said San Francisco resident Carol Seligman. I don't know what to say there, right?
How is free speech fascist?
They tried to have a free speech rally, right? And this dumb bitch shows up to say, they're trying to institute fascism, protect Twitter censorship. Fucking almost did it. Almost fucking did it.
Remedial.
Almost did it there. Almost. But fuck that Carol bitch. And this is why I love not being in California anymore, because the people there are mentally deficient as all fuck. This is from Cornel Bernard. Philip Anderson says his free speech rally is canceled. He claims he was attacked before the event. Okay. Yes.
How dare you speak freely about shit? That's not allowed.
Speakers were shouted down by a large group of counter-protesters. Imagine, right? Imagine the absolute just lack of all fucking awareness. When a group shows up to say that they want a free speech rally, right? They organize it. They get a permit. It's a small group. They invite speakers and everything. And then you show up with a much larger group shouting, they're fascist, shut them down, shut down their speech, protect Twitter, protect the massive corporations. Holy fuck. Holy shit. I don't know. Fuck, man. Carol fucking Baskin. Dude.
Carol fucking Baskin.
They are retards according to our viewer here. I gave you your cards, Crow. Use them. I can vouch for that quote, Crow. I live in Cali. I left Cali. This is insane. Speakers were shouted down. Imagine that. They go to do a free speech rally and you show up with a large ass group and you try to shut them down and shut down their speech and then call them the fascists. Fuck, man. That's insane. That is
Ideas
so insane.
of speech are dangerous, Crow. You know this.
Dude, like the rally was granted a permit from the city. So this was not like, some MAGA bros showed up with the red hats on and they just took over a street, right? They organized. They got a permit. They were there to do their little free speech shit. And these dudes showed up. No permit. and just started attacking them and then blamed them. Fuck. Steve, come on. That's funny. That's literally fucking hilarious.
America's like, doing well.
The rally was granted a permit. Actually, Steve, I have a proposition for you. And you tell me if you can get this shit done. I will trade all of California, not parts, the entire fucking state of California, and you get to live here. That sounds like a fair deal, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
How is it? I get all of California?
No. You come live with us, okay? American citizenship, everything, right? But you have to force Canada to take in California.
I think Canada likes California. They're pretty liberal. They'd probably take him.
Perfect. Some of the speakers
definitely loves them.
Okay, sorry. Let's just keep reading this article. Some of the speakers expected included well-known President Trump supporters and conservative right personalities, but most never got the chance to be heard. At the free speech rally, tensions quickly escalated. Counter demonstrators taunted police. Sky 7 was overheard as some kicked barricades. Police wearing riot gear tried to protect the speakers from the crowd, but many threw bottles at the stage and shouted down the speakers. Remember, they claim to be against fascism, but they showed up ready to commit violence and did commit violence against their political opposition because they wanted to do a free speech rally over big tech censorship. Man. Before the event, the main organizer, Philip Anderson, said he was attacked and punched, getting his front teeth knocked out. Anderson posted photos to social media of his bloody mouth with a front tooth missing and another hanging loose. He said anti-fascist protesters attacked him for no reason. And this dumbass puts it in fucking quotation marks. Yeah, for no reason.
For no reason.
Anti-fascist protesters. No. Fuck whoever wrote this article, right? I'm done with this shit, okay? Dan Noyes and Cornell Bernard. I'm done with this shit, right? I don't care if they call themselves the Peaceful Best Friend Neighborhood Squad. I don't give a shit what they call themselves. If they say that they're anti-fascist, well, being fucking fascist, you do not call them anti-fascist anymore. I don't care if they say, well, we're Antifa and it's an ideology to oppose fascism. Then stop being fucking fascist fuckers. Don't show up to protect a big tech organization and attack a free speech rally. You're literally the fucking Nazis in this situation. And you got that dumbass bitch Carol over here, Carol fucking Baskin, showing up to go, they tried to set up a fascist movement in our neighborhood. No, you just have Down syndrome, you dumb bitch. And fuck, man. Holy shit. Oh, man. I know already. Someone is going to get upset that I said that. But no, I am done with the mental dumbing down of society for people like this. I swear. Fuck this shit. They are literally fucking fascists showing up to shut down a free speech rally. All right, here's the moment that Trump supporter Philip Anderson was sucker punched by someone in black clothing and mask, presumably Antifa. No, actually Antifa. Actually Antifa. You can see tooth flying SFPD investigating. Those tattoos are distinctive. Anderson organized free speech rally today to protest Twitter bans. I do love that they dress in all black and then they reveal identifying tattoos. That is...
Crow, you got to get your gang tattoo. How are people going to know you're a cool guy that beats people up with bike locks and shit if you don't got your gang tattoo?
Take a good look. You knocked a black man's teeth out, said Anderson. Minutes later, Anderson announced the rally was over. Too bad it got canceled. That's what happens when you lose free speech. This is what our country has turned into, Anderson told the crowd. So, the one thing I do love about these Antifa people, right? They believe that they are the smartest fuckers on the planet. They really do. They think that they're going to take over every single institution of power, right? So they're going to institute anti-free speech, right? They're going to put all this shit into play where they're going to shut down the ability for people they don't like to talk. They'll attack them in the street, all that stuff. Media's going to defend it, right? And what these dumbasses never seem to understand, they will never be the ones who hold the power. They will not. You know who's going to hold the power? You're fucking Joe Biden's, right? You're
Better
fucking
not.
Joe Biden's. You're fucking Kamala Harris's. Your corporate moderate Democrats. They're the ones who are going to hold all that power that you gave them. They're going to sit there. They're going to say, "Oh, this rally is potentially violent," and they're going to shut it the fuck down. And they're going to sit there, but what about my free speech? You don't believe in it, you dumbass. I love that, right? I fucking love that. They don't believe in free speech. So when the fucking government shows up to shut down their fucking speech, right? Where they do, we're protesters. It's protected on the First Amendment. What are you doing? Yeah, about that, right? And then they're going to look at the fucking right, who's going to fucking mock and criticize, and they're going to go, well, why aren't you standing up for our rights? As they willfully beat people up and take their rights away from them.
Yeah, I find it ironic that they use physical violence to stop people from saying words. Like, they're words, dude. It's fucking noises at the end of the day. Get over it. Like, seriously, get over it. Imagine an alien came down and saw, like, two people making noises at each other, and then the one person just starts beating the shit out of the other one. It's like, well, who do you think's wrong in that scenario?
I like this next quote. I fucking love this next quote, right? So he said, too bad it got canceled after he got sucker punched, right? Before they could even begin. They're throwing bottles at the attendees. They're attacking them, right? But they're not. It's one thing to show up there like fucking children and scream at the top of your lungs, right? Which is just rude, right? It is. Let them have their event, and then you can have your own event, right? It's a whole different thing to show up there, start chucking things at people's heads, sucker punching someone, trying to kick down barricades. That's a totally different thing altogether. You're fucking fascist at that point, because the fascists, historically, the Nazis, historically, also believed in shutting down speech that they didn't like. So I love this next quote, right? It's tough. I believe in free speech, but I'm also anti-fascism, said Alina. No, you dumb bitch. You don't believe in free speech. You're a total fucking fascist. You see people being attacked, and your first thought is to go, but I know I agree with free speech, but I'm anti-fascism, and I was told that they're fascists, so I think I'm kind of, then you're a fucking fascist, you dumb bitch. Like, I gotta be careful here, right? Because, things get clipped and shit. When the fucking KKK shows up, right, with 6 fucking people, and they want to hold their dumbass little fucking marches and shit, I don't care. I don't care. You know why? I want them to march. I want people to record it, and I want to fucking laugh at these buck-tooth fucking redneck pieces of fucking trash, right? It doesn't harm me. It doesn't make me shiver in fucking terror. It doesn't. It really fucking doesn't. They're fucking jokes to me, right? So when you sit there and you say, well, I support free speech, it's just, I don't support free speech when it's someone I don't like. And I think that's a reason. No, that's called being a fascist. You dumb bitch. You fucking dumb bitch. Fucking stupid. Like, seriously, fucking stupid, right? ABC7's Dan Noyes was also on the ground at the rally and observed an activist with Team Save America being taken away in an ambulance and an injured San Francisco police officer on ground by San Francisco's United Nations Plaza. Noyes witnessed attendees of the rally heading down Market Street even after the rally was canceled. Rally organizers were escorted away by police. It's still unclear if police made any arrests. I mean, we got a video of them doing it. Right? He's got his fucking tattoos and shit.
He's got his tats.
We knew you attacked us. I knew you knocked my teeth out just like this. I'll tell you what. I'll meet up with you guys later. For all the people who want to come and listen to the event. It's too bad it got canceled. It's too bad. But this is what happens when you lose free speech. This is what happens.
I'm still throwing shit.
This is what our country is turning into. Take a good look. Take a good look, you knocked the black man's teeth out. You knocked my teeth out, but you're here saying Black Lives Matter. You're not.
Oh, man.
It's just like the Andy No shit. They beat him with the fucking bike lock, and they're supposed to stick up for minorities, and he's a minority, and he's a LGBT.
Yeah, he's a minority. He's a gay man. He's the child of immigrants, and they beat the shit out of him, right? And then he went to one event after they beat the shit out of him, and he's walking down the street as they are calling him all sorts of derogatory slurs and throwing shit at him. And I'm like, yeah, they don't get it. They're literally taking a playbook out of fucking. Because they always like to say, I hate using the whole Hitler argument, right? And one of my favorite songs to play on this channel is like the that everyone I don't like is literally Hitler. And it's how everybody on both sides accuses the other people of being fucking Nazis. But let me be very clear, right? When people wanted to have free speech or any sort of speech in Germany at the time that the Nazis were rising to power, the Hitler Youth would show up at these events. They would shout down the speakers. They would refuse to let anybody engage, right? Try to block people from entering. And if the event got canceled, they would cheer and they would celebrate. Literally what these people are doing. They have speech that they don't like because they just hate conservatives. There's a massive tech corporation, right? Twitter, who they are diehard defending over this small little fucking rally of people, and they're willing to use violence to shut down the people from protesting against the giant fucking corporation. And they're supposed to, well, they're facted. They're facted. No, man. Antifa is pro-fascism. Antifa loves fascism. Antifa are the most fascistic people on the planet today. They believe in using violence to shut down the speech of political opposition. They believe in terrorizing people. They're perfectly happy to punch people in the face, and then they go, but they're fascist. They're not. No. Just because you've demonized people to the point where you can justify violence in your deluded, warped, tiny little fucking minds does not mean it will ever be justified. It doesn't mean that it's true. Like, you can go ahead and scream up and down, I'm Antifa, I'm Antifa, I'm anti-fascist, I'm anti-fascist. You can say it to yourself as many times as you need to, every single fucking day, and it will never be fucking true. You're violent domestic terrorists. You absolutely are. And I'm sick and tired, like, these fucking people going, wow, where that, I mean, they're kind of into that. No. You bitches, both those women, you know who they are? They're the German citizens, right? Who, as the Nazis were rising to power, kept their fucking mouth shut, right? Kept their, I mean, yes, obviously we're against violence, but, Hitler made some good points about the Juden, and yeah, that's who you are. That's who you are. Fucking degenerate scumbags. I swear to fucking God.
Yep.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that's a good way of starting off the stream, don't you think?
Yep. Get all that political shit out of your system and the comics.
Oh, we got more. Don't worry.
We need more politics?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Well, Ice Cube is like he's more of a guy.
That's not the one I was talking about. But yeah, Ice Cube.
They're
basically trying to cancel Ice Cube.
Yeah, which is dumb.
No, it's this next one. Okay.
Okay, let's see.
So as everyone
okay.
who's
yeah, I like this one.
I figured you would. As everyone on stream knows, we absolutely love having videos where somebody on the left freaks the fuck out. And the nomination of the new Supreme Court Justice gave us plenty of videos to laugh at. And I was a little bit upset because I hadn't seen one in a while. And then I saw this one. I was just like, really making my day. So this is from Ashley St. Clair. Let's play a game called Is This Woman on Drugs or Just a Democrat? I will say drugs. I think that you can be a Democrat and not be batshit fucking insane.
I think it's both. I think she's on drugs and a Democrat.
I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't say being the Democrat is what makes her act this way. Rev says, at Crows of Judgment, we need to have a political combo one of these days. Sure. I mean,
it's what I do every day, apparently.
Yeah. Sure thing, Rev. We will have that conversation anytime. Actually, you know what? If you want, maybe after stream we can talk. Let's play the video, though.
I'm terrified. Listen to me, Republicans. Listen.
We're listening.
I'm listening. But if I listen, I need this woman to remain calm throughout the entire thing.
You are the people in history they warned us about.
She's like half British or some shit.
I don't know.
Or maybe just like a theater actor or an opera singer. She's got that kind of that hoity-toity rich accent. You know what I mean? Like Mr. Peanut or that Great Poupon.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I mean, she's got a bit of an accent. I don't know where it's from though. But I don't think it's British. Anyways,
from the rich side of town. Bro,
no, I think it's more like a New York accent, maybe.
No, New York's like, I'm walking here. You know, I like Spider-Man. He's a good guy.
Okay, Steve. But okay, actually, I'll play the whole thing now. There's a reason why I paused it here. The reason why I wanted to go over that first story before playing this video is that whole, you're the people in history they warned us about. No, bitch. Oh, fuck no. They warned us about people coming to events, shutting down speakers, and using violence to get your way. That's what they warned us about. And I mean, I wanted to play the first story because I just wanted to make it very clear that this bitch is fucking psychotic and wrong. All right, let's keep going.
They warned us about people like you! Pay attention! We're losing our democracy!
We're a constitutional republic. I am so fucking tired of this argument of we're a democracy. We're losing our democracy. We're not a democracy, right? That's not me trying to be a dick. I mean, we're in the United States. We're a constitutional republic. One of our founding fathers wrote at length about why democracies are bad. They didn't like democracies. They didn't want to build a democracy. Now, do we have democratic institutions? Yes, we do. But we are a constitutional republic because our founding fathers did not, in any way, shape, or form, want this nation to be a direct democracy. So I'm so tired of people making this fucking argument, right? And getting all triggered when you tell them we're not a democracy. And they go, they're coming out against democracy. We're not a democracy. We've never been a fucking democracy. If you don't understand that, I really think that maybe you should not be voting, right? I'm not saying like remove someone's right to vote. I mean, like you should really exercise that responsibility by being 1,000 times more responsible and actually having a basic understanding of what the nation actually is. If you really don't understand the difference, just shut the fuck up. Like if you don't understand the difference, just shut the fuck up at this point. Rip headphone users like myself with this one's rant, like my poor ears. I'm sorry, Geeky. But we're losing our democracy!
At least, like, is your microphone far enough away that won't?
It was, yeah. I tried to use what?
There, no, it's good. We won't cause hearing loss then.
Hey, baby, what was I too loud?
No, you're always yelling.
Well, we're playing a video of someone who's yelling, so
okay.
I'm laughing right now.
I heard you say that people are canceling us too.
Yes, people are.
And I'm telling you that no, they're not, because they don't matter.
Well, I agree they don't matter. But they're
What?
trying.
Ice-T doesn't matter?
Ice Cube. The people trying to cancel him don't matter.
I see. I can't even remember his name.
If any of my friends are listening,
Mm-hmm.
they're probably not. But if they are, and you are of the people trying to cancel Ice Cube, goodbye and good night.
You're jumping ahead. We haven't gotten to the Ice Cube story. That's next.
While we sleep, so I need to give you my opinion. So I give it.
Well, I'm going to give the audience your opinion on that one guy that you called a clown.
Who do I call a clown?
DL Hughley or whatever the fuck that guy's name is, that comedian.
Hughley?
Yeah.
Oh, is he actually? I knew he was an entertainer. I couldn't.
He's a comedian. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get back to the stream, baby.
Okay. Bye.
Love you.
Love
Wake up!
Oh my god.
Wake up! I'm terrified.
I mean, I believe her, but oh my god, I wouldn't want to be her kid.
Oh,
Like,
God.
imagine like she caught you like smoking pot or something, and she's like, "Stop! I can't yell."
Steve, are you kidding? I think she would be okay with the pot, but she would like catch her kid watching like a video from like Ben Shapiro and just just fucking take their computer and throw it at a fucking wall. Like it's like the old school, videos of like kids freaking out because they lost in Halo and taking their Xbox and smashing it. Except this time, this bitch like finds a Ben Shapiro video in their watch history and just starts breaking the fucking computer. Our democracy is at stake! Ah!
Smashing it with a hammer, lighting it on fire,
Right?
putting it in the fucking garbage disposal, like all of it. Just like you got to make sure that shit's gone. You can't be like fucking repairing that.
Dude, it's just these are funny to me, right? Because look, I'll be clear. I don't like I don't like Biden. I don't like the Democrats. I'm very anti-war. Trump's not perfect, but he's the best. He's literally the best person in decades as far as war goes, right? Because someone who's actually been in office, right? But if Biden takes power, I don't give a shit, right? Like, I mean, I'll care. I'll talk about it. I think it'll be great that we have a president who's got fucking dementia and shit. But it's not going to make me freak out. You're not going to see me doing videos where I'm screaming about fucking Biden. He'll be the fucking president. I mean, not like that. Not like that, dude.
There will be videos.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of my thing, But like, you're not going to see me like freaking the fuck out, talking about how they're destroying our constitutional republic. Okay, guess we lost. Let's see what fucking happens. I'll be laughing all the way till the end of the earth, the end of the world, dude.
The end of the world. The
end of the world. Rev, we're not. We're a constitutional republic. Again, we can talk about it after. I absolutely promise we can, but we're literally a constitutional republic.
It says Democratic Republic on Wikipedia.
Yeah, I know. Wikipedia.
Is Wikipedia wrong?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Wikipedia is never wrong.
Well, I don't know if you remember, but
Shia LaBeouf is a cannibal. Yes.
Do you hear that about the situation where the Supreme Court nominee, she had used the term sexual preference to refer to people that are LGBTQ plus and all that stuff, and so she got accused of using an offensive term, right? And then the very next day, Merriam-Webster came out, edited the dictionary definition to say that sexual preference was an offensive and outdated term that was derogatory towards homosexuals.
Literally, dictionary people did that?
Yeah, Merriam-Webster. So if you look at it on the Wayback Machine, they have the actual definition. And then something like 4 days ago, they made a change where they edited it to say that it was offensive and outdated and derogatory towards homosexuals. So
that's fucked.
You better have something a lot better than fucking Wikipedia. Find me some constitutional text. Find me something from the founding fathers, because.
But Merriam-Webster isn't Wikipedia, though.
Yeah, Merriam-Webster is the literal fucking dictionary, right? Yeah. Which has a higher standard, and they pulled that shit. Now you're gonna fucking say, well, Wikipedia said this. I don't use Wikipedia as a source with me, dude.
I'm gonna use it. I'm only using Wikipedia and Kiwi Farms for all my information from now on. I'll
go to Wikipedia if it's like a TV show and I want to find out who's in it. But I will not go to Wikipedia for information about anything historical, right? I will not go to Wikipedia for any information on anything political, because the people that edit Wikipedia are very special. Very fucking special indeed.
What about like aliens?
Again, I would not trust Wikipedia as a source for anything, ever, at any point. When it comes to history, when it comes to politics, very dangerous game you're playing there, because the people that edit those articles and approve it are highly fucking partisan.
What about laws?
I mean, yeah, if legal text, if they're posting legal text, that's easily verifiable. But if they're saying, in their opinion, we are a democratic republic because I'm not doing that. Yeah. I can go right now and edit Wikipedia and say the Germans won World War II. LOL. Yes, get legal advice from Wikipedia. Steve, I didn't know they allowed razors in prison. You shave, bro.
I'll do that sometimes, because or else my beard would be too long. Right?
Aliens can edit Wikipedia too. They're inclusive like that.
Yeah, anyone can. I mean, a frog could edit Wikipedia if it could learn how to type.
Yeah, I mean, like, again, this is not me saying that you're not going to find factual information available on Wikipedia. You will. I still go there if I want to figure out who was in a TV show, who voice acted in this, who produced that. Great for that information. You want anything that is in any way political, do not fucking go to Wikipedia, because they are highly partisan and they really, really, really have a unique take on fucking history. Anyways. Oh my gosh. They're turning the frogs gay so they know about sexual preference. Just stop with the Alex Jones shit. All right. Let's move on to...
My live chat died. Oh my god.
Wait, what?
My live chat died.
What do you mean?
I can't see it, so I don't know. It's a me problem. I'm fixing it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're authoritative sources, man. Oof. Rip. Okay. Let's move on.
I don't know any site or sites that would prove or disprove it. What about the CIA.com?
Well, the thing is, Wikipedia is supposed to, like, at the bottom when they make a claim, it's supposed to give you a tag so you can check the bottom and see where it's sourced from. Oftentimes, the sources that they link to are trash when it comes to politics. They'll go to fucking Slate to get a political opinion on something. They'll go to Snopes for a fact check, right? If you're going to go to a partisan fucking outlet as proof of anything, I'm not going to... And to be clear, right? If fucking Breitbart was sourced on Wikipedia, I'd be like, red fucking flag right now.
Well, yeah, they're conservative leaning, right?
Yeah, no, but highly partisan conservative, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's not going to work for me, right? Yeah, sourcing to fucking Kotaku. Shit like that. It's you got to do way better. Anyways, let's move on to the next topic. This is actually going to be very brief because I hadn't heard anything about this, and I'm asking chat if you've seen anyone do an article on it. This apparently happened at the Women's March, at the Supreme Court rallies and shit. just generally talking about violence happening these days. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Wait, look at Tim Pool's Wikipedia page. Really? Okay, I gotta check it out.
Let's see what Tim Pool's Wikipedia page has. I heard him bitching about it one day. I can't remember what he was like. This isn't right.
Okay, let's check it. What's it say? Timothy Daniel Pool, born March 9th, 1986, is an American YouTuber and political commentator. He first became known for live streaming the Occupy Wall Street protests in 2011. That's all true. Pool grew up with three siblings in Chicago's South Side and lower middle class family. He left school at age 14.
Wait, what? He left school at age 14?
Yeah, he dropped out of school.
In grade 9?
Yep.
So I have more education than Tim Pool.
Yes, you do. Really tells you something, doesn't it, Steve?
We do kind of. Well, that means we can do just what Tim Pool does.
You could. Yes, you could. I think Tim Pool was in the right place at the right time to launch his career.
He was boots on the ground for a while.
But to be clear, yes, anyone can do what he did. I mean, a lot of what he did was perseverance. Anyways, in the context of the Occupy movement, Pool's footage has been aired on NBC and other mainstream networks. Pool's use of live streaming video and aerial drones during the Occupy Wall Street protest in 2011 led to an article in The Guardian. This all seems very accurate. In January, such activities could take the form of counterproductive surveillance. Oh, Tim Pool. They're saying that. So they're explaining like how he got started, right? But I was about to start skimming through it, but then I saw this. Pool's use of live streaming video and aerial drones during Occupy Wall Street protests in 2011, which is what made him famous, led to an article in The Guardian querying whether such activities could take the form of counterproductive surveillance. That was their giant fucking takeaway. Tim Pool, whose journalistic career, after being a high school dropout, literally launches at Occupy Wall Street, right? They're saying that the big takeaway there is The Guardian wrote an article questioning his ethics. Fucking, that's a great, literally second sentence. In January 2012, he was physically accosted by a masked assailant. Pool's video taken during the protest was instrumental evidence in the acquittal of photographer Alexander Arbuckle, who had been arrested by the NYPD. The video showed that the arresting officer lied under oath, though no charges were filed. Okay, how are they going to talk about a Guardian article questioning his ethics and then say that because of said ethics, he got somebody cleared that the NYPD was trying to basically railroad? I don't know, but that's an interesting way of editing this.
They don't like Tim Pool, I guess.
Okay. Let's see. Pool used a live stream chat to respond to questions from viewers while reporting Occupy Wall Street. Pool also lets viewers direct him to where to shoot footage. He modified a toy remote-controlled Parrot AR drone and aerial surveillance mod. This I didn't know the technical aspects, so this is good for that. In 2013, Pool joined Vice Media, producing and hosting content as well as developing new methods of reporting. 2013, he also reported on the Gezi Park protest in Istanbul with Google Glass. That's impressive. He received the Shorty Award in the Best Journalist in Social Media category. In 2013-14, as vice correspondent, Pool covered and live streamed mass protests in Ukraine, which the protests led to the collapse of the. Oh, nice. Okay. I think this is the big one, right? And then we'll go into this. I can see some of it down here. In February 2017, Pool traveled to Sweden to investigate right-wing claims of no-go zones and problems with refugees in the country. He launched a crowdfunding effort to do so after Donald Trump alluded to crimes related to immigration in Sweden. InfoWars writer Paul Joseph Watson offered to pay for travel costs and accommodation for any reporter to stay in crime-ridden migrant suburbs in Malmö. Watson donated $2,000 to Pool's crowdfund to travel to Sweden. While in Sweden, Pool largely disputed that migrant suburbs in Malmö and Stockholm were crime rated, saying that Chicago is vastly more violent. However, Pool alleged that he had to be escorted by police out of Rinkeby, I don't know what that is, a Stockholm suburb, due to purported threats to his safety. Swedish police have disputed Pool's claim, stating, "Our understanding is that he didn't receive an escort. However, he followed the police who left the place."
There's like video of this and shit, and Tim's gone over this before. Like,
What was it?
The police? Yeah, the police like bullied him out of a place, and like basically lied about it on live TV. And he was like on this like,
I mean,
show or something, and okay, like they kept being like, "What happened over here?" And he was like, "Dude,
like read the next statement with you though." Okay, so they say that, right? The police made that claim.
It's too small.
I'll read it. The police stated that when Tim Pool took out a camera and started filming a group of young people, pulled their hoods up, covered their faces, and shouted at him to stop filming. The officers then told Tim Pool that it was not wise to stay there in the middle of the square and keep filming. It sounds like they escorted him out.
They chased him out. There's video of it. They chased him out.
I know. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't sound like they just said, like we don't recommend that you be here, but, it's on you. No. Pool is the co-founder of Tagly, a mobile application for watermarking photos and videos in order to allow copyrights to be withheld by users. Oh, that's cool. Subverse SCNR, which raised 1 million 22 hours via regulation, crowdfunding, yada, yada, yada. Pool's political commentary since the 2016 United States presidential election has been variously described as left-wing and right-wing. He has described himself as a social liberal who supported Bernie Sanders in 2016, according to Politico. Pool's views on issues, including social media bias and immigration, often align with conservatives. Okay, who is that? Where's that from? Where's your source on that? A political article. So according to this outlet, this is what they say about Tim Pool. I mean, it's factually correct. According to Al Jazeera, Pool has amplified claims that conservative media endure persecution and bias at the hands of tech companies. On August 24th, 2020, Pool announced his support of President Trump in 2020 United States presidential election. This is what it has for his political views, right? I just got to be clear here, because he literally, quite literally, is on YouTube every single day with like, what, two plus hours of content between all of his videos, right? And then he does the live streams as well. So how do you not have anything for his views other than what Politico said, which they're being largely negative, and what fucking Al Jazeera said, in which they're being largely fucking negative? You don't have anything from the guy. You don't have like a statement from Tim Pool of what he believes, which he has said on multiple fucking occasions. You couldn't pull like one fucking quote. I mean,
nope.
So I can already see the issues when you read through that, because there's certain things that they say, but it looks like largely they go to a paper that criticizes Tim Pool and they post that source up in his career and in his views, right? But to be fair, they do list out a lot of the good things that he has done and should be credited for. But this is what I'm talking about when it comes to like, don't trust fucking Wikipedia as a source for this shit, because it is not a fucking good source for this shit. Anyways, this next one, it's really quick. If anyone knows what happened here, let me know, because.
Oh, you didn't do the montage of the crazy people, but I guess we're past that now.
Wait,
I gave
montage
you a nice
of crazy
montage.
People?
Yeah,
oh,
they're like all clipped in together with a monkey.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me, really? You just sent that to me a little bit ago. Okay, I'll play that.
Yeah. Okay. I just remembered it for some reason.
Okay, here I'll pull that up, because let me pull up this next one, because I don't need to read through this. So the aftermath of supporting @real Donald Trump at the Women's March today.
Damn. What the fuck,
Yeah,
dog?
they fucked her up. Like, they really fucked her up. Yeah, that's the thing. So if we're gonna do this, thing, right, where we talk about the Women's March, right? They go to the Supreme Court. There was like this photo, like these parents brought their kids there. They dressed one up as Ruth Bader Ginsburg and with like a little sign that she was supposed to carry around her neck that said, "I'm more qualified than Amy Coney Barrett." She's got her son there in this. It's a little weird, using your kids for a political message like that. But I guess this girl came there, and you want to call her an agitator, you want to call her an instigator. If she's not there encouraging violence of any kind and you attack her, I don't care what you want to say about this bitch. You're the bad guy. You are literally the bad guy. The fact that you beat her so hard she's in a neck brace shows that you're fucking deranged. So yeah, I got the screeching. But if anyone has found any outlet that's covering that story, let me know and we can read through the article together. Maybe they have more information here. But this looks like she got her ass beat down by these people, like hard fucking core. So yeah. How many of the comments are good? She deserved it. Let's see.
Hopefully none. Oh, but okay, Antifa's a little crazy because if they were like celebrating a guy's dad dying and fucking him, then I'm sure there's probably a couple in there. And Twitter's not going to remove those comments, and that's why you have people fucking fighting people at the free speech rally because they don't want Twitter to like actually be like fair. I don't know, man.
I mean, look, to be honest with you, this is a conservative account that tweeted this out. Turning Point USA ambassador. So I don't think you're going to find a bunch of people in her comment section to troll her, but most of these are just saying, you should be more careful out there because this is what you have to expect with these people. A lot of people just complaining about the division, all that shit. This one I did like, though. It shouldn't be hazardous to your health to support our great president. I'm so sorry. Get well soon. Does COVID count? Are you referencing Herman Cain? Just really, really. I mean. Let me just move on because exclusive Chinese whistleblower reveals Hunter Biden's sex tapes contain video of Joe Biden's son sexually abusing multiple underage Chinese teens.
See, it's just gonna get crazier with the Hunter shit.
No, it is. But that's the thing. I mean, let's just move on from talking about it because I keep saying they're just gonna keep finding more shit to bring up. They'll keep finding more shit in that laptop, and they'll keep dropping it out slowly, all the way up until Election Day.
Yeah.
Herman Cain had stage 4 cancer. Yeah, no, but Herman Cain also had COVID when he died, meaning COVID's what killed him, meaning Donald Trump killed Herman Cain. Welcome to the logic of everybody who's brain dead. Let's just move on, though. Because this is the video that you wanted me to play, all the screeching people.
Right?
That was good. That was fucking great.
Dope, right?
That was funny. That was fucking. Oh, dude.
The bottom and the
one
right
in the
makes a
bottom.
fair point.
Yeah, the fucking monkey. We got it, Kiki. We got it. Shit. Okay, all right. Now the Ice Cube story. We talked about it a little bit in one of the other streams. So I thought it was going to die out right away because, I was talking with Jasmine. She's her opinion on this is all these people trying to cancel him don't fucking matter. And that one comedian that kind of wrote up this story or shared this story, basically stating that Ice Cube had joined forces with Trump, that guy is just a clown within the community. But I thought it would have died right away because you're talking Ice Cube, right? Ice Cube has stated on the record and still says that he is not going to. He has stated that he will never, under any circumstance, vote for Donald Trump. He did a song that was like "Fuck Donald Trump." This is the guy that did "Fuck the Police," right? That's Ice Cube, right? So he made this statement that was pretty fair, and I don't want to get I don't want to go into the new stuff, but this has been going on since he got this one shout out, and the shout out was basically someone, I will never endorse a motherfucker like Donald Trump ever, and he goes, I haven't endorsed anybody. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I started liking it from this part. Facts. I put out, so the CWBA is the contract with Black America. It's something he's been working on. Now, Ad Crow's rants. Yes, do it. Do the top left, right, the top right, the bottom left, and the monkey, but have the other squares all be me ranting over something.
I like that.
No, do it. That'd be fucking great.
We could do that.
I will play it on stream if you do that. I absolutely will. Just got to pick the best ones. Facts. I put that the CWBA. Both parties contacted me. Dem said we'll address the CWBA after the election. Trump campaign made some adjustments to their plan after talking to us about the CWBA. That's literally it. That's literally all that happened. He did not reach out to Donald Trump. He did not have his people reach out to Trump or anyone in the administration. Didn't have anyone reach out to Biden. A lot of people knew that he was working on the CWBA. A lot of people supported him working on the CWBA. But when it came down to the actual politicians, Democrats basically told him, wait until after the election. And the Trump team said, okay, we're going to implement segments of this plan. That was all. That was literally it. And since then, you basically see what started happening, right? This guy over here, my hip-hop hero at Ice Cube is working with the dark side. I haven't felt this low since Kobe passed. Heartbreaking, Cube. I'm not sure you understand how much we value your voice. And when we see you jumping the shark, it kills us, especially in 2020. I mean, I like, think about that argument, right? He's joined the dark side. He literally got contacted. And the only thing that I guess what these people wanted him to do was tell Trump to go fuck himself, hang up the phone, and then go to Twitter and talk about how he just dumped all over the president, right? And he's sitting there going like, nope, every side is a dark side for us here in America. They're all the same until something changes for us. They all lie, they all cheat, but we can't afford not to negotiate with whoever's in power, or a condition in this country will never change. Our justice is bipartisan. I don't want to go into the comment section of any of these tweets because they're saying some nasty fucking shit.
But they love it, right?
Oh, of course they do. Of course. Black progress is a bipartisan issue. When we created the contract with Black America, we expected to talk to both sides of the aisle. Talking truth to power is part of the process. How's this? Ice Cube once rapped about arresting Trump. Now he's advising the president on policy plans. And he goes, I will advise anybody on the planet who has the power to help Black Americans close the enormous wealth gap. I mean, literally, he was contacted by them, and all they did was say, yeah, we'll implement parts of your plan. I guess someone from the Trump team thanked him for speaking with them. That was it. It's literally it.
So, like, I really don't like this whole thing. Like, oh, you can't even talk to the other side. Like, are we just going to live in our own echo chambers then, not talk to each other, and then hopefully just enough of the other side dies that there's just one left? Like, that doesn't make any sense. Shouldn't, like, people try to fucking find common ground? Or is that just crazy? That's crazy in 2020, right?
I mean, but that essentially, if you want to, guys, you can check the comment section on those tweets. But they're basically saying Donald Trump's a liar and you're stupid for trusting him. Donald Trump will never has destroyed the black community. Yeah, Biden's bad, but Donald Trump's worse. How could you stoop to this level? You broke our hearts. All this shit, right? Nobody is willing to have that conversation, right? And you got people that are just flat out saying like he endorsed Trump, that he's working hand in hand with Trump. It's like literally he had a conversation, and Trump just and the Trump team actually listened to what he had to say, and then said that they were going to update their platinum. They had this like platinum plan for Black America, and they said they were going to take segments from the CWBA and implement that as part of their plan. That was it. That's literally all that happened, right? And they've been like on his ass ever since, right? And I don't know if it's because they want him to make like a statement telling Donald Trump to go suck dick or something, but like all he's saying is, if we want something to change, we have to work with whoever's in power, right? We have to do that. And they're basically telling him, no, you don't. No, you don't. You need to support Biden and Harris. That's how we get change. You need to support these. And it's just the funniest fucking shit I have ever seen, because these idiots are going to red pill the fuck out of Ice Cube.
Well, everyone should just write in Vermin Supreme. He needs more.
Not a bad idea.
It is. I mean, like, honestly.
Do you know Jasmine's thinking about going third party?
Vermin Supreme third party, or like libertarian or something?
Joe Jorgensen, I think.
Is that the libertarians, dude? Yeah,
she doesn't. So Jasmine will not in any way vote for Trump, right? Because Trump has said some stupid fucking shit that can absolutely, like, I don't think Trump's a racist. But I do think that if you're fucking kidding yourself if you don't see that he said some shit that can easily be seen as being incredibly fucking racist. But my thing with Trump is he's ignorant, right? I mean, I'm not saying that's a good thing. I just mean like the dude just doesn't understand the shit that comes out of his own mouth a lot of the time and how people will take it. And that's not healthy for a lot of people, right? Rev goes, Trump is racist as fuck. Yeah, great opinion, man. But Jasmine agrees with you, so if that makes you feel better. Trump has said, I think Trump's ignorant. I think Trump's incredibly fucking ignorant of a lot of shit, right?
He just wants to be popular and get through the next however long he's got to, and hopefully not fuck anything up too much. I don't think he...
Rev, let me help you out here. Donald Trump said that he was going to institute a Muslim ban. Okay? I got it. I understand. I'm not sure what part of your ancestry. I'm not sure what part of your ancestry you think that he disrespected. But I will be clear. The worst things I've heard him say about anybody who is Hispanic was MS-13. Right? The Rape, Torture, Murder Club. And I believe media got really upset and said those statements were directed at all Hispanics. I don't care. I don't. Donald Trump literally talked about instituting a Muslim ban. Was it a ban on being Muslim? Did it prevent Muslims from entering the country? No, it didn't. It didn't. There were like 7 nations, all nations with heavy ties to terrorist organizations. Those places have a ban. They can't come. You can't come into the country from there. Do I think he should stop calling it a fucking Muslim ban? Yeah, I don't think he's ever used the word since. But again, that's the thing. Trump is fucking ignorant as all shit all fucking get out. And it doesn't do anyone good to protect him or pretend like the things that he says are all good, because they are not. They're really not. But the thing is, Trump never shuts up. Trump talks all the time. I don't know what he is on, right? Like I don't know what he is on, but I would say like, dude, like Coke or something, because the guy just never shuts up and is always talking, right?
It's like I think it's like speed or Adderall. I think it's a pill. I can't picture
Something,
Trump
right?
doing Coke, but I can picture him doing some prescription shit and like being
Right,
like,
yeah, no,
I don't
I
do
agree.
drugs because it's prescribed by my doctor, who I tell what to give me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah,
these
I mean,
pills just make me feel great. I'm like, I could do anything on these pills. America.
But like, my thing is, I don't know if you've seen the clip, Rev. Joe Biden was seen. Joe Biden used to be a segregationist, and I say used to be because he heavily argued for segregation. He wanted segregated schools. He talked about how he didn't want his kids going to a racial jungle, and he was very good friends with another senator that was a hardcore segregationist, and he's told this story about his friend who offered to either endorse him or come out against him, whatever Joe needed that would help him in the polls. He told the story in 2012 where he revealed the name of the senator who was a segregationist. And then like 2 weeks ago, told the exact same story about his good friend, a fucking segregationist. Now, my point is, Reb, Donald Trump will say something about MS-13, right? The rape, torture, murder people. Call them fucking animals and shit. And media will turn around and say, he said this about all Hispanics. He said this about all Mexicans. Joe Biden will literally praise the segregationists as late as 2 weeks ago. And our media won't say jack shit. New York Times read an article talking about I'm not going to support an affluent, rich, racist fuck or an establishment fuck. Rev, I don't give a shit who you support. I mean, don't vote for either of them. Jasmine's not voting for either of them, based on the exact same things you have said. Okay, I've had these conversations with my wife, dude, and she understands exactly where I'm coming from. I understand exactly where she's coming from. You going off in my comment section because you say he's a rich fuck and he's racist and shit. I don't care. I'll put it like this, though. Affluent, rich, racist fuck. Okay. Biden is taking in like a mass ton of fucking money, and it's all coming from fucking Wall Street. All these signs are like really bad for me. And again, my thing is always going to come right down to the wars. All right. But support whoever the fuck you're going to support. All right. My point is, when it came down to this contract with Black America, right, which a lot of people in the Black community really support. Okay. So is Trump. No, he actually isn't. All right, Rev. I don't know what to tell you, man, because Biden literally just took in
Rev
like
doesn't like
$200 billion. Yeah, I know. He goes like, well, I don't care about Biden either. They say something about Trump. Well, Trump's a racist rich. Like, dude, shut the fuck up, dude. Like, let me just get through the fucking story, man. I love Rev, though. I mean, I really do. The market has been shit for years. I disagree because I bought a fucking home and my taxes went down. But again, my point is, Rev, I look at this, right? I see someone who says, I'm going to actually take what this black dude's saying, something that is supported by a ton of members of the black community, right? Biden's team basically tells him to pound sand, to contact us after we win. And Trump's team says, okay, we're actually going to take what you're saying and put it into our plan, right? Now, if you want to say that Trump's not going to follow through and he's a liar and everything, hey, fair fucking point, right? But at least he's willing to actually take that seriously and make it a campaign promise, unlike the other guy. As far as like the racist argument and shit, hey, perfectly fine. If you want to say that they're both racist and you will not accept anything else, that's fine. But my point is, when Donald Trump says literally anything, there'll be an article written up about how he's a racist and a liar. When Biden praises a segregationist, they keep their fucking mouth shut. Okay? My big issue there is not whether or not Trump is a good person or Biden is a good person or who's the better of the two. My point is our media is fucking trash, and it's radicalizing people to this insane fucking degree where they literally think they're fighting against fucking Hitler in World War II on their goddamn iPhones. Oh, the Grand Wizard guy. There was a, I don't know if that was the Grand Wizard guy. I know he was, I know that, I know that he did praise a former Klansman. Biden did, but Carl, I'm waiting room on StreamYards when you have the chance. Oh, there you are. Give me just a second, and I'll bring you in, buddy. Let me get through this one, and I'll bring you in when we start talking about the once we get into the other story. But this is what I'm talking about, right? So Ice Cube did not endorse Trump. Ice Cube did not support Trump. Ice Cube did nothing like that. All he did was have a conversation with the guy. He said he was going to take parts of his plan, put into his plan for the nation, all that stuff, and that was it. I mean, and they're just dragging the fuck out of him. So, you know, I mentioned this when my wife was in here earlier. The inside story of how Ice Cube joined forces with Donald Trump, D.L. Hewley, joined forces, stop pushing these bullshit headlines. He actually they canceled his interview on Cuomo Primetime because of this whole situation. It was rebooked on at Cuomo Primetime tonight. The truth will set you free. Thank you, Chris, at Cuomo Primetime. You're a man of your word. At Don Lemon, that was some punk ass shit you just did. If you have any balls, I need to be on your show Monday night at 10 p.m. I'll be ready. Dude, I didn't know about this. How about this? Hey, at Ice Cube, you're a joke. 18 days before election, this is what you're doing. When Trump loses in 18 days, can you please go away with him in January? You, Kanye, Candace, Jason Whitlock, Herschel Walker, and Terry Crews, please and thank you. Terry fucking Crews. Okay, so Rev, we can disagree politically, right? But I'm not going to down Crow personally. He's good people. But Rev, we can disagree politically, right? And we can even go at each other hard and everything. But we can still say, you know, I love you and everything, and have the conversation, right? Ice Cube doesn't even have that with Trump. Ice Cube fucking hates Trump, and likely didn't even speak with Trump directly. But they're desperately trying to get rid of him because of a conversation, right? One conversation. And I don't know what this is, but I do like how he basically said that Don Lemon pulled some punk ass shit. That'd be fucking great if you have any balls. And this person like immediately jumps in. You're a joke. In 18 days, I want you to go away with Trump. What? He had a conversation with the guy. I don't know. This is painful. Ice Cube has no idea what he's talking about. You don't understand why I don't know Trump's plan like the back of my hand. It's his plan. My plan is the contract with Black America. Compare the two for yourselves and see what they took. I was prepared. I had a plan right there, but I felt like I shouldn't be defending his plan by going point by point. That's on him, not me. The interview covered a lot. This is cherry picking. How is it? Many of us are independent. Disagreeing is not always an attack. Again, this interview was painful to watch because he was unprepared, plain and simple. So, to my understanding, when he went on to Cuomo Primetime, they basically brought up Trump's plan. But Ice Cube's like, that's not my plan. And he didn't really speak about it. But I don't know, man. I do like this comment, though. A lot of energy spent on telling me to stay in my lane. Zero energy spent telling Biden and Harris they need to do way more for Black people to shore up the vote. Shaking my head. No, there are plenty of people trying to do that, Ice Cube. But between you and Kanye West, like Kanye West and Candace Owens are like hardcore fucking Trump supporters. Ice Cube had a conversation with the guy. And this is where they're at with him. So I think it's bullshit. I think it's fucking bullshit. I think that if you're going to basically say that that either side should just start like refusing to speak with the other person, you're only going to lead to like actual fucking conflict. I'm not one of those people who's like hardcore, the Civil War is coming, everybody. But I mean, you're really pushing things into that direction if you're basically saying you cannot have a conversation with people from the other side. As soon as you go in that direction, if we can't have a conversation about disagreements, what can you have, right? You can only ever have conflict because you're basically saying that you refuse to speak to other people, right? Rev, I disagree with a lot of people. I also have a lot of common ground. But like Rev, if the two of us could never talk, right? Never talk again. And I heard the shit that you were saying, right? And you heard the shit that I was saying, but we could never actually have a conversation about things. I would imagine that we would probably think that the other person's a fucking psychopath, right? Because I'm only ever going to hear people that legitimize what I want to hear. You'd only ever hear people legitimize what you want to hear, right? It's not healthy for anyone. You have to be willing to listen to things that you don't want to hear. Like, I don't mind when you say Trump's a racist. I think that he's just an ignorant piece of shit, right? But I still think he's a piece of shit. You think he's a piece of shit. We can agree on that. But I just think that the other guy's worse. You think that it doesn't matter that they're both bad. I mean, we have common ground there. Even if it's not going to lead us to the same result, we have some common ground and we can actually talk and have a conversation, right? I look at these other people and they're just like, no conversation. You can't talk to the other people. If you talk to them, we'll come for you. That's insane to me. That's insane to me. But like,
imagine if like police investigated cases like that. It's like, okay, we're only going to hear one side of like the crime, and then we're just going to prosecute based on that. We're not going to hear the other person's side. We're not going to cross-examine. We're not going to do shit. We're just going to hear one person, and then go with it.
Yeah. No, sorry, Rev. I'm not saying that you're not willing to have it, right? What I mean is, imagine if there was a wall in between you and every single conservative, right? And you could never have the discussion, right? You could never have the discussion. You would not, it would be very different between us if we could never talk, is what I'm saying. But that's how they treat Ice Cube here, where they're just like, you talk to him, there you go, you are an evil, bad man, an evil, bad person. If the Biden-Harris team took parts of what he had said seriously, the contract with Black America, I'm sure that Ice Cube would go ahead and say, thank you for listening. But they didn't. They told him to walk and pound sand. And he didn't even come out and attack Biden and say Biden's a piece of shit for not listening to me. He literally said they told me to talk to him after the election. That was it. That was it. Nothing negative, nothing attacky, nothing supportive of Trump even. Just, hey, this party said after the election, this party said that they would take some points from my plan. That's all. I will work with whoever can make it better for Black people, and that's whoever is in charge. That's all. Hold on. Conjuring game, that doesn't go well. It is childish. Children and adult bodies are dangerous. Yep. I'm all about free speech. Even if I disagree, I'm willing to hear someone out. And I think it's the best way of being. Now, here, hello.
1 sec.
Okay.
It's a dick.
Well,
Oh, sorry. Is my shit working now?
Yeah. You're in.
Okay.
Okay.
You sound far away.
I was literally plugging in my headset to charge when you think I was like, right now. But
okay, so I wanted to bring you in to talk about this next story, and then later.
I don't know.
After that,
if well, one quick thing, because you said something earlier, and I don't know if you highlighted the comment to say it, but I wanted to say it too here. The difference between Trump and Biden is Trump walked in with money, walked in rich, and was going to walk out rich. Biden walked in poor and was walking out rich. That's the difference between Trump and Biden.
Well, I mean, yeah, and like I've heard the argument from
Trump's a piece of shit and an asshole. And I can get why people say that. I didn't vote for him in the first election for the simple fact that he made fun of a reporter with Tourette's. And as a person that has mental disability, I can't in good conscience vote for somebody who makes fun of somebody else with any disorder. So,
Yeah.
but what won me over this thing and why I'm going to vote for him this coming up election is just how the media will not give him one good day. One day they can't. The dude signs a peace deal with the Middle East, with Israel and with a bunch of nations recognizing Israel under his administration, and they still won't give him that. He's being nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, for Pete's sakes.
So I agree with you, and again, that's the thing. If you look at media coverage, it's so clear who they want to be in charge. And I look at people in media, I'm like, you guys are trash. So like, I can find plenty of faults with Donald Trump, right? The thing with the Saudis really pisses me off, right? But I look at Biden, and you got a guy who supported the Iraq War because he listened to the intelligence agencies, right? And now after the Iraq fucking war of all things, right? And his response is, well, that was a mistake. Yeah, a mistake that led to people being bombed, to this massive fucking
Killed.
And look, it wasn't a mistake. I'm not going to play that game. Like, it wasn't a mistake. We knew what we were doing was wrong. We went there anyway. We went there. We took the resources. We created destabilization, and then we pretended like we're making things better. Right? That's not a mistake. Like, fucking have some fun. You know what you do when it's a mistake and someone dies? You apologize. You feel terrible. You don't like fucking go ahead and say, and now I want to be president. Like, it's disgusting to me with these people. Look at Libya. Real quick though. Look at like Libya, right? Never got authorization to do anything in Libya from Congress. Obama just said, I'm gonna do it anyways. And They went there. Clinton said, like, they came, they saw, they killed the fucking jackass there, and then they created a power vacuum, and now there's a slave market in Libya, and none of these people talk about it.
Exactly. And that's like, this is my thing on it is like, I don't like how, like example with the Saudi stuff, nobody likes, like, at least Trump came out when he like did the deal with the Saudis, and he's like, listen, I know you guys don't like him, but they pay good money. It's good for the economy. If you don't like it's, like he was like at least upfront about it. Like, he didn't pull some bullshit legalese like, the Saudis are our allies. They need to, our help. Like, he is upfront, and like I think a buddy of mine put it perfectly. Trump's our most honest, dishonest president.
I mean, pretty much. Like, again, if you put me in a situation where I have to choose between both of them, I would never want the guy that was in politics for 47 years doing all the stuff that the left used to absolutely fucking hate. Right? I'm not talking about like moderate corporate Democrats. I mean, like, the progressives. Progressives used to hate people like fucking Biden. You got Bernie Sanders who complains about money and all the influence from millionaires and billionaires and shit. And then he does the same exact shit. Biden's taking in millions of fucking dollars from Wall Street, and Bernie Sanders is keeping his little fucking mouth shut about it. I see that shit. I'm just like, well, okay. I mean, what are you fucking doing now, dude? And the idea that someone like Pelosi, someone like Biden became so wealthy, right? Because the left's like saying, well, he does speech conferences, he sells books and everything. I'm like, Bernie Sanders has been a senator for a very long time, right? A very long time. And he only recently became a millionaire because he sold a book while he was on the campaign trail in 2016, right? But before then was like, I'm not going to say dirt poor, but was certainly not a millionaire. Joe Biden and Pelosi and shit, they're worth millions and millions of dollars. Their families have become excessively wealthy. I don't know Pelosi's whole situation. I know that her husband was someone who was wealthy when as well, right? She was wealthy when they met. They're even more fucking filthy rich. But Biden comes from fucking Scranton, Pennsylvania, right? He's a working class man, right? I mean, he's got money. Like he walked into like this massive fucking inheritance. So something just doesn't smell right there. But again, like, I don't know. I want you on here because I want you to see this next story. Because
also on a little funny thing I wanted to say earlier. When they do these when these women do these big freakouts, where's my gender equality? Why ain't there any men out there, populating the field with, doing some freakouts as well? I thought we live in an equality society. It's only the female ones that go viral.
Look. Anyway, okay. Hey, I gotta address something because you're on here, and I want to shut this down right now. Okay. Mm-hmm. Because Danny O's left this comment. So first off, why did you go off on Sammy yet you're featuring someone who also does similar shit? It's okay. Here, I'll address it right now, and you don't have to say anything.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy, right? First off, that's part of his Patreon tier reward because he's a Patreon member, and you do that $15 tier, you get to come on the stream on Sundays and talk. Okay. Second, because the people who got the stuff on this dude here, right, have been trolling the guy for 4 years straight with the exact same 5 years, with the exact same fucking gimmick, right? I've been shown it. It's the exact same person pulling the exact same fucking game with him for 5+ years. He told me why he did it. I understand that he thought he was trolling them back. YouTube made great again. I'm not trying to be disrespectful here.
No, go ahead. I'm going to be honest. I'm used to living with shit like this. It comes up every once in a while. I'm kind of. I get it.
But you're autistic, correct? Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to be okay.
No,
yeah. So you've been trolled by the same person for 5+ years. You're autistic. You thought that it would be fun to try to troll that person back, and the moment you did, they took those conversations and blasted them out to everybody.
Exactly.
But beyond all that, the cops were actually called on you. They investigated you, and they found absolutely nothing. So you've already been through that process.
Yes. The cops actually came to my group home that I was living at the time, and basically said, listen, we got a report, there's not, they basically said there's nothing really we can do. There's no real proof. There's nothing that they can do. Actually, I even asked my uncle about it and the real reason that this shit annoys me the most is because I was molested when I was 15. I would never, in good conscience, ever do some shit like this. It annoys me. It really annoys me. It's like if someone was raped and someone was trolled them for 5 years saying that they were a rapist. Like, no, I would never do it in good conscience, and that's why it annoys me, for real. Like that's the real reason why it annoys me. It doesn't bother me as much anymore because it's kind of like when you hear that, like, if you're offended by the N-word and you hear it so much, it kind of just doesn't bother you as more, but it's still like bothers you. You know what I mean? Like,
and we'll leave it. You can leave it there, right? Because we've had these conversations before. I went through everything that I was shown. Mm-hmm. I saw that this same individual has been doing this shit to you for 5 years, and after 5 years of trolling the shit out of you with the exact
not
same
once did they go to the cops. Not once.
Well,
the cops and no. There was a different person that went to the police.
Because I think it's healthy to just get it out there. Because Danny, I hope you're still watching, right? I'll keep your comment highlighted. Okay. The reason why I want to do that is because I looked into all of it. I saw that the same person pulling that catfish scam on him has been pulling the exact same thing on him for 5 fucking years. And you know what? I can understand why someone with autism would think that, hey, maybe this time I'm just going to troll them back, right? And they'll fucking stop because I'm going to get them. It was dumb. It was stupid. And again, not to be rude to the guest here,
But it was something. It's something
autism.
That's something autism would do. Like it. Like I understand my people. Like it's.
Yeah.
Like
and as far as like the story that you just told us about, being assaulted when you were 15, that I didn't know about. Okay, so again,
I don't like bringing it up because honestly, I don't like bringing it up because I know I don't want people to think like, oh, you're just saying that to be a bit, like to flip it and stuff. I don't like using it. Same thing with the autism stuff. I don't like using it because I don't want that shit to define me. And that's the thing with that's why I also get annoyed when people get falsely accused, is because the people that go on Twitter and talk about it and shit, they all like try to make it as like I was raped, so they want it to define them. Real people who don't. They want to move on. They want to move on with their lives, and that's it.
But I mean, again,
sorry, off topic.
No. The whole thing is, after that same individual's been doing it for 5+ years, I can see why that gets under your skin and why you do something really stupid, especially when you have autism and you're not thinking properly. And the thing is, I read the conversation too, and I was like, okay, I really don't believe that you think that you're talking to that person just based on the things that's being said there. But I mean, again, the cops were literally called, right? They have those same conversations. You're not in prison. They didn't press charges against you for anything. They investigated you. I'm not going to sit here and play this game of, oh, well, I still think he did it because after being fucking trolled for 5 years. Like, dude, again.
Also for the past.
Hold on. They ran the same fucking catfish thing on you for 5 years straight. At a certain point, I think that it would have taken 5 years to find that evidence. Right? I'm just saying.
Well, also.
But that's it. That's it. Let's move on from talking about it because I just need to address something with the Sammy situation. Big difference there is, when I was shown the chats that Sammy had, Sammy said that those are not sexual. When I was shown that he knew that there were people that were like fucking 14 years old in his Discord server and he was sharing fucking porn with them, he denied having any knowledge of that. Okay? He's denied literally every single thing that I have proof of him fucking doing, that I was shown of him doing. So that's the major difference there between both of these individuals. For one, I have this guy here. He's shown me everything. Okay. I have this other guy here who's denying that anything exists. Okay. That's why I went off on fucking Sammy, because I legit think that guy is doing some illicit shit. It's my opinion based on what I've seen. Okay.
Sammy said he was trolling too, though. If we're gonna say that, like, he did say he was trolling those women. That was one of Sammy's excuses.
Well, he denied knowing that there were any minors involved. So Sammy? Sammy. Yeah, on his Discord server, where he was sharing the fucking hentai and porn and shit with minors, he denied knowing that there were minors involved in any way. Right?
Yeah, okay. I'm talking about the 13-year-old and like other women. He said that he was trolling, but still sexually harassing them.
Yeah, like, and again, I don't see any of those individuals catfishing Sammy for 5 years straight.
No, they was one time. They've just been holding it for 5 years. Let me clarify that. It was one time, and using it for 5 years. And actually, for like 3 of those years, they kept saying there was a police they did a Chris Hansen. They said there was an FBI investigation. What they don't know is my uncle works for the FBI that goes after actual sick fucks. And I asked him about it, and he said no. So it was
someone way before 5
He's
years.
actually the one who told me there's no actual Onision investigation, by the way. Oops.
Yeah, like, again, I just wanted to clarify on that because, some people have come to me and asked me about it before. Danny mentioned it over here. I just want to set the record straight because if the cops are going to investigate someone and find no wrongdoing, he's giving me his explanation. I understand it as far as, having autism, not thinking properly, thinking that he's owning them and just being owned himself. But I don't know how someone's going to, like you said, sitting on something for 5 years like that.
Where's the road to redemption with that?
Well, no,
even if it was all true, like hypothetical, it's not. But even if it was all true, where's the road to redemption?
If it was all true, we would not be having a conversation because I don't believe in a road to redemption for pedophiles.
All right,
just to be clear.
Enough. Okay.
Yeah. And to be clear, if I ever found out that anything there was true.
Oh yeah, you just saw me throw me on the bus immediately.
And buddy, I would do so much fucking worse to you. But the thing is, yeah, Sammy video coming brought to you by Cyclone.
So like,
one quick.
I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm not saying that excuse is being one. I'm saying I can understand why you don't think properly in conversations and you think that you're going to do something that you're owning somebody else. Okay.
Well, actually, also, I'd like to add that, like, I'm not saying it's an excuse, but I also was on a crap ton of fucking steroids at the time too, because
the fuck were you on steroids?
I have Klinefelter syndrome. I don't produce testosterone, and one of the I had to take injections to get the testosterone because I was going through puberty at the time too, and that's part of like into the reasoning of stupid, and fucking, like stupid decisions have been made with some of the shit I've done when I've been on my shots. I'm not saying it's an excuse, but I don't like using the word excuse. I'd like you say it's an explanation, not an excuse.
Yeah.
Okay. So
and Rev, just to be clear, because you go, I have dealt with people with autism. Yes, I have. I've dealt with people who are very high functioning, and you would not know any difference. And I've also dealt with people that do not seem like they are all there in any capacity. Being a weirdo pedo is not generally a behavior of someone on the spectrum. Again, Rev, that's not what I'm saying. Okay.
Also, I get really annoyed. No offense, when people go to, well, I've dealt with people on the spectrum. You haven't dealt with everybody on the spectrum. That's the whole point of having people with autism is they're on a spectrum. You can deal with people that they've dealt with on that side of the spectrum. They're completely fucking different on the other side of the spectrum. There's people that are like me that are high functioning, that can talk and breathe, and there's other people that can't talk at all, that are nonverbal, that speak in nah, 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 and hand signals. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful towards them. That's literally how they talk. Like, I've lived within the group. Like, I lived in a group for a decade. So, like, I kind of get annoyed when people go, "I've dealt with people," but I've dealt with people, so I know.
Well, I guess. Let me make this as clear as I can. So this is what, 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's tell them, why didn't you just ignore them? Kurogani, I don't ignore trolls. I mean, like, I don't ignore trolls.
What if the troll was Chris Hansen? What if Chris Hansen was catfishing?
Well, hold on, because I just need to make something very clear, okay? Later,
this is people's
no, because people are going like, oh, well, victim needs to come forward. No, what we're saying is
exactly
the only story. It's like saying I dated a girl, so I know everything about females. Yeah, okay, yeah, I mean, basically. But look, what I'm saying is, for 5 years, right? Mm-hmm. If he is, because my understanding of pedos, they don't stop; they continue to try. Right. Mm-hmm. So after a 5-year period, I would imagine that somebody else would come forward. Something. I like feeding trolls. I like to see their eventual tears. Yeah. Like, again, I think my problem right now is, I love everybody in our chat. What I'm hearing from the chat is essentially things like, well, I've dealt with people with autism before, so I know how everyone with autism is going to react. Well, I wouldn't feed trolls, so I know that I would just ignore the troll. Okay, I respect everything that you guys are saying, 100%. Okay, now understand what I'm saying is that doesn't work. So allegedly I'm accused of being a pedo. Wait, what? Is there more to this, Rev? Are you saying something?
Hold on, let me scroll.
Yeah. It was like our streams when they take a weird turn.
It's just, it's actually kind of like weird, and like, because I've always, like, I don't.
Well, I mean, okay, so let me put it like this: the story's been out there for 5 years. And the only thing that we have is a troll catfishing him. We have his story. We have the police investigated him. Nothing comes of it. And there's nothing else from that point. There's nobody else coming forward with DMs about the guy, right? There's literally nothing, okay, over the course of 5 years, all right? If he actually did it, I don't care if it's 5 years, I don't care if it's 50 years, he can go fuck himself, die in a fucking corner right now. What I'm saying is, after a course of 5 years and a police investigation into him, okay, I need something more than the trolls who are catfishing him, because at this point, what he said makes sense to me. I understand not ignoring the trolls. I understand trying to troll the trolls back. And I understand someone with autism, okay? I'm not talking about every single person with autism. I'm just saying I can understand someone with autism not understanding that they are opening themselves up to a whole fuck ton of shit when they engage in that behavior. Trying to troll the trolls back when it's fucking pedo shit. I wouldn't fucking do it. I think everybody who is functionally high functioning autism, I don't think they would fucking do it. Okay. What I'm saying is, after 5 years in police investigation, you got to give me something. You have to give me something real. Okay. You have to give me something real.
So
okay?
Everyone like Chris Hansen set up is like invalid kind of thing.
I mean, like, there's a situation with Chris Hansen, right, where
he blew the dude. He got a guy to they did the shit to him, and he blew his fucking brains out because he fucked up a police investigation. Like he's
well,
not,
I mean,
like,
there was planting people outside the guy's homes and shit. What I was going to say is Chris Hansen had this interview, right, like his to catch a predator thing, and the guy he busted turned out to be 17. Okay, so they never aired it because the guy that they busted turned out to be 17 years old. Okay. I don't know what you do with that, right? My thing is, I would question Chris Hansen's ethics because I'm sure that he's fucked up plenty, right? But also, I wouldn't say that everybody that Chris Hansen accuses is false, because you do have those conversations. But here's the big thing: the individual goes to the home, right? I don't see them convincing this guy over here to go to a specific address, right? Take a photo of him outside of that address, because you could, I mean, if the guy's literally doing that, you could easily prove it, right? Hey, go to this address. Okay, go outside. Can you just take a photo so I know it's you, right? Something, anything, okay? But we don't have that. We have police looking into it and nothing. We have 5 years and there's nobody else. Like, I don't know what to say there, but like, it doesn't seem like you have anything other than the catfishing troll. Mm-hmm. So I need something more than that. And I'm not going to use autism as an excuse other than to say I can understand why someone who has autism, I'm not speaking about everybody, okay? I'm just saying I can understand why someone who has autism does not use the same thought process that I would use or that Steve would use. That's all. That's literally it, okay? I'm not saying that this dude here is a pedo, and because he has autism, it's okay. I would never say that. I don't care if he has a fucking knife in his goddamn brain and no longer understands the difference between right and fucking wrong. Okay? I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I wouldn't fucking care. I would just stick the knife in as deep as I fucking could at that point. Okay? Good fucking riddance to society. Society doesn't need you. Okay? But what I'm saying is you need to give me something, because what I would do to someone that does that shit is fucking gruesome.
Well,
okay?
Hold
on. I make the joke about the rusty fork and shit. You have no fucking clue what I would fucking do to someone like that. Okay? But before I do it, I want to be damn sure. That's why I get so disgusted with these fucking, he's a better. Well, I want to be damn sure before I do something.
The audience, can I say something for the sake of the audience?
Yeah, sorry.
See, or maybe get this a different side. I guess because...
Thank you, Grim. But that would be too quick.
Meg Garrett again did do like some kind of similar shit that Sammy did, right? And also he's defended views that also like Digibro is defended. And we've called them both out for that shit.
I've defended free speech. I'm a principled person. And if fucking defending film like Cuties and defending fucking lolly shit is fucking like I'm a free speech absolutist. I believe in pure free speech, and I get it. You can't pick and choose when you want freedom of expression and free speech. That's how I see it, and it's gotten me in trouble because people think the first thing out of their mouths is fucking you only want it because you want to molest children or you're fucking a creeper or some shit. No, I believe in freedom of speech. I won't.
Well, okay, but Kyle said CP is not free speech, okay? And I completely agree with that. And when I saw
it's not CP. When it's not CP, I have a problem. And because
so where's the line?
When you
where's
don't
the line,
okay, hold up. When you say something CP and it's not, you actually devalue actual CP. When it's like when somebody calls somebody a racist and they're not racist, they just have a view that people think is racist. You take away from people. It's the boy who cried fucking wolf, and I get annoyed.
Okay, so hold on.
So where would the line blur to actual CP then?
My thing is, well, okay, my thing is there's no child nudity in the Cuties film, but I do think that Cuties shows child exploitation. Okay, so I know, but my thing is, well, hold on, before you say anything, because what I do next, I need to actually hear your response to this. So I want you to understand what I'm saying very clearly here, right? Mm-hmm. There's no child nudity in the Cuties film, okay? So that means literal definition, it's not CP, right? Because it's not showing a pornographic image. Now, what I would say that Cuties does, and I do think it should be pulled from fucking Netflix, and I do think anyone defending that film is disgusting, okay, is that it shows child exploitation. That they had 600 girls show up, okay, and all try out for that film, where they all had them fucking twerking for these directors, okay, and in that film, they show highly sexualized images of minors, okay, so. I say like a literal definition of it being CP, you cannot make that, right? I will say 100 fucking percent that film in every single way sexualizes children. It is exploitation of minors, and I think that it should be removed from Netflix immediately.
And that's where I disagree.
Okay, see, I you gotta understand.
It's a tough hill to tie on, right? Like I don't know why anyone wants it. It's just like
because people who will defend free speech no matter if they disagree with something or think something's gross. Like example, I think fucking. Hold up.
No. Before you say anything else, there's a comedy movie. And it's essentially this dude, and Hitler's like been brought back to life in modern day and shit.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well, hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on. So I could see people on the left making that argument that that film has no value whatsoever, yada yada. And I would say, well, it's comedy, okay. But in this situation, in my personal view, I want it off of Netflix. Legally speaking, I don't think that our Constitution allows it to be pulled from Netflix. Okay. Now, I'm not going to argue with you the legality of the situation, because as disgusting as it is to me, legally speaking, federal law, Constitution and everything, I don't think you can make the case to get the film pulled. As much as it's deeply disturbing, I think someone really needs to investigate everybody involved in that film, 100%. Okay.
I could agree.
What I'm asking you is not legally should it be allowed. I'm asking you, do you want to see it removed on just a personal level because it is disgusting child exploitation?
For me, no, this is going to come off weird, but I don't think it should be removed, and I don't think it should be removed because I think it actually does. It scares people. It scares people into seeing how fucked shit is.
I'm done. I'm done. Not because I don't like you, because like that viewpoint to me, if we can agree that legally There's no ability to pull the film, right? And I will give you that, right? Because there's no porn actually shown, okay? Meaning you cannot make a case of it being
I mean,
CP,
I don't like it. I'll never watch.
What I'm asking you, though, is on a actual moral level.
Oh, yeah,
right?
fucking get that shit out of there.
Okay, then why is that so hard to say? Because I'm not asking you a legal case for it, right? It's like a situation where we want to say, well, you know,
no, I've never said,
hold on, listen to me. It's like a situation where I say, well, drug use in children is bad, right? We can all agree drug use in children is bad. So I'm going to scare the audience by having children take fucking heroin and show the effects of heroin on children. Right?
No,
you don't actually need to sexually exploit children to show that child exploitation of the sexual nature of children is bad, right? Well, you don't need to do that. So saying the argument of that it scares people doesn't hold any water with me at all.
Well, I get that. The reason why I also say is because like my little sister, she's like 11. She does dance. Okay. I've been to many of her dance recitals. Okay. What they do in those dance recitals, even though it disgusts the fuck out of me, is not that far off from what they did in that fucking movie. And that's why I think fucking Cuties needs to exist, is because it's waking up people that isn't in those communities to show how fucking disgusting that shit is. And that's why I think it needs to.
But again, it falls right back in that same argument. If you want to show that drug use in children is bad, you don't need to give children drugs to show that it's bad. You can easily work around needing the fucking girls to be twerking in order to show that it's disgusting and wrong. And there are several images in that film that I have seen posted onto Twitter that I immediately closed out of because it shows these girls' asses as they're twerking, hyper focuses in on it. Okay? That doesn't scare me, all right? That doesn't make me think any. Oh, yeah, 100% it does. But not for the reasons you're giving me. It angers me because I'm looking at it and seeing that those girls are real people and they were sexualized on film.
Okay.
For the entertainment of others.
Can I ask a question, though? Like,
yeah.
If they didn't use actual, like, 11 and 12-year-olds to do the actors, like, if they were, like, actual, like, let's say 17, 18-year-old actors, would you have the same feelings?
If they were adult actors, I would not have the same feelings. Yeah, I wouldn't have the same feelings.
Okay, I'm just curious because
yeah. If it was adults actually doing it, right, and they dressed them up to look like children, I mean, yeah, I would still say it's creepy, but I mean, at least it's adults. And they're doing adult things.
I'm not saying, Kyle, I'm not saying they didn't. I'm just saying in the hypothetical situation that they did use adults instead of children.
Yeah, my thing is they use children, okay?
No,
so you had 600 minors, prepubescent minors, okay?
Yeah,
not 17-year-old minors. I'm just making that distinction because we're talking about you cannot make any sort of confusion here, right?
Yeah.
They had 600 of them show up and twerk for these fucking producers. Okay? Does that not seem like just a little bit fucking weird to you?
It does. It seems disgusting.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, if you want to show the message of it being bad, you could have easily gone to that. It ends with the dance competition or whatever, right? You could have easily started the music for it and then pan to the audience and show the reaction of the audience the entire time. Show them getting up and leaving and shit. Okay, you do not need to show how long was it? How long was it?
It was like 2 minutes, I think.
Okay, you don't need to show 2 minutes.
It was like 2 minutes
of fucking 11-year-olds twerking in tight clothing. Like, you don't need to fucking do that.
Well, where I will agree with the people in the Cuties like debacle that's happening. I don't think the movie. Well, one, I don't think the movie's like Texas charging and shit ain't gonna go anywhere, legally speaking. Though I do agree that
yes, it will. They can actually get it IP banned, and they can get it to the point where Netflix is not allowed to show it to any user registered in the state of Texas.
Okay,
they can do that.
Okay, well, let's say that happens. Let's say that goes. I'm just saying, I do. Okay, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. I do agree that the producers, the people that film that shit, should be investigated. I will concede that that's fucking weird, and that the people that actually made the film should be investigated. But I don't like. Is it weird that I'm probably it's probably a weird opinion to think that the film shouldn't be touched, but the people who made the film should be touched. But I do think that the people who made the film, I would agree to an investigation into the people who wanted the film to be made in the first place.
Okay, I'll be frank with you. I haven't seen any of these films. Now, I do know that there's a film, Taxi.
Kids.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, it's a movie back in the 90s.
Today. If Kids is made today, there'd be fucking backlash to it. Like,
well, let me put it like this: if you're going to come at me with the argument of Hollywood grossly sexually exploits children, I agree. I think that we have some serious issues in Hollywood that really need to be cleaned up because, yeah. But my issue with you, dude, is not so much the statement of free speech. The government should not be allowed to have the authority to remove it because it's always going to be a slippery slope. I understand that argument 100%. Now, I'm not a free speech. I'm not a free speech absolutist like you, because a free speech absolutist believe that you can yell a threat at somebody because it's So I'm not in that area at all. What I'm saying is, if there is a film, right, that exploits children, okay, that sexualizes minors, okay, I'm not asking you legally should it be allowed to stay up. I'm asking you what benefit does it do to society, okay, to have that film up there, and just on a moral, personal level, okay? Because I understand the argument of I don't agree with anything you say, but I will die defending your right to say it. I completely understand that. What I'm saying is, do you agree with what they're saying? And if you're telling me like, well, I mean, personally, I would still leave it up there. I'm not asking you the legal argument there. I'm asking you if you agree with what they did. Okay, and you're not disavowing any of it.
I'm going to be honest. I watched the movie, and I know that's already going to raise fucking eyebrows. I watched the movie because I wanted to see if it was that bad. Like, everybody was making it out to, like, from the trailer, it like, I did the same thing when The Hunt came out. Everyone fucking flipped out about The Hunt, saying it was like, oh my god, they're glorifying, killing conservatives and shit. And I watched it and I was like, it's not that bad. And that's where I kind of am with Cuties. Is like, I watched it. I don't agree with it. I'll never watch it again. But I do, like, I defend its right to exist.
Congratulations, Grim. Okay, Steve.
Happy birthday, Grim.
What am I helping you out with?
Well, I need your opinion on this, right? Because I've been trying to get some sort of argument here from Connor, like, the entire time, right? To just say that I don't agree with anything in that film. Morally, I think it's disturbing. Hold on.
Which I do.
Hold on. I'm going to mute you for just a second because you're being judged right now, okay? Okay. In fact, hold on. Let me do this. Okay. There we go. That's better.
I'm in jail.
Right, so, yeah. Well, I'm consulting a hardcore criminal right now, okay? What I'm saying is, this entire time that I've been having this back and forth, okay? I've been trying to get Connor here to just say unequivocally that he thinks the movie is disgusting, that he wishes the movie was never made, and that in a perfect world, that movie would not be on Netflix because it's disgusting, it's trash, it sexually exploits children, everything, right? I'm not asking the legal argument because I understand 100% that Cuties free speech. Cuties follows under the motto "free speech doesn't mean freedom from consequences." Look, what I'm saying is that movie there, like, legally, based on our Constitution, you cannot remove it because it's a First Amendment thing. And the movie doesn't actually show pornographic images of children. It gets right up to the fucking line. It exploits the kids 100%. The way they casted that movie is disgusting and disturbing to me. But I felt like I had to basically, like, push him into making that statement. Like, that was not natural. Okay? Now, I don't know if that's just me because, when I get around that stuff, I get really angry. Okay? And it clouds my judgment 100%. What I'm saying is it felt like I really had to like talk him through that argument. Now I don't know if he's being insincere. I think he's being sincere. Okay. What I'm saying is I definitely feel like a little uncomfortable with the conversation. And what I'm asking you is, because you've been listening to the entire thing, I'm not asking you to condemn anybody. What I'm asking you is, do I have the right to feel uncomfortable there? And do you feel like he's being sincere when he tells me that legally, as a First Amendment issue, the movie cannot be removed from Netflix, but morally, that it's disgusting, it's trash, and it should have never been made. It should have never been put on that platform.
Yeah, I think you have a right to feel uncomfortable. Did he say that it's immoral and shouldn't be on the platform?
He did say that. He said he disagreed with everything in it, but what he said is, legally speaking, the movie shouldn't be removed because it's a First Amendment thing.
Yeah, I mean, depends what happens on the movie set, right? I don't know if other movies who got, like, is that Clown House movie still up that kid got fucking sexually abused on set of?
Yeah, that's still available.
Well, then this movie will probably stay up then, regardless if actual, something happened to those kids on set, which, like you said, if there's 600 kids getting to twerk in front of, it's a fucking weird shit, some weird shit. And yeah, like in a perfect world, that shit probably shouldn't be on. Like, I don't know why Netflix would agree to put that on their platform. That's a Netflix thing, I guess.
Yeah.
But
yeah, that's the thing, right? I think the problem is, when you look at something like free speech, and I'm not free speech absolutist. You make a fucking threat towards somebody, I think that they should go after you for it, right? If you defame somebody, I think they should go after you civilly for it, right? So I'm not a free speech absolutist, but I think that unfortunately this film is like right at the fucking line of what is and isn't legal, right? It's right there. It just hasn't gone over yet because they didn't show any actual pornographic image, right? So legally, as a First Amendment issue, as much as I want it gone, I understand it cannot be taken away, right? Because that's where I am when it comes to the First Amendment. There's plenty of shit that I don't want being said or shown, and you know what? I just have to deal with it, right? Because I want my speech protected. I know there are people that, as a conservative, that I'll say something and those people want my right to speak removed, right? And that's actually me going into this next topic we're going to jump into. But on a moral and personal level, I'm disgusted by it. Deep down in my heart of hearts, I really wish that movie was gone, or at least all of Netflix is gone, right? Like
you don't wish all of Netflix was gone.
Yeah, I kind of do. Like because I don't like the fact that this company pulled some shit like that. Okay, I'm not saying that I want people to show up outside Netflix and burn the building down. I'm saying like I'm just disgusted by all of it. I really am. And it's one of those things when you defend free speech where you have to sit there and go like, there's going to be shit that's said and done that doesn't actually cross the legal line, but like deep down morally, you just wish that shit was not allowed, right? But you have to, because there's shit that you're going to say that other people aren't going to want allowed. What I'm saying is, specifically in Connor's case, what are your thoughts there? Do you think that he's being sincere when he says morally he's against it?
I have no idea, to be honest, because I don't know if he's just saying what we want to hear or if like these are his actual views, because he defends a lot of things. Like, this isn't just the only thing. Like, there's the lolly stuff, there's the cuties thing, there's what we were talking about earlier with the trolling thing that people don't like either, and then there's also just other views on things that have been brought up before. So like, I don't know if we want to get into all this. I really don't know what we're doing here, but
well, I mean, it got brought up, and you know what? I don't like leaving things sitting around. Okay. Yeah. I really don't. And that's what I'm asking, right? Because the thing is, I feel like I had to push to get him to say something that was very basic to me. And I still stand by what I said earlier as far as the other stuff goes, because 5 years, there hasn't been anything else there. But I do feel like the views are certainly not ones that I agree with, right? And I feel like I felt like I was pulling teeth to get an agreement on that. All right.
Yeah.
And yeah. So I still stand by what I said earlier, right, about the accusations against him, right? Because after 5 years, if this guy's doing it, I think you have something for me, some bit of evidence, not just a fucking catfishing troll that's been harassing the guy for that amount of time, right? So I will 100% say I don't think he is. What I do think is like,
I mean,
yeah,
if you
morally, I am against cuties. Morally, I'm against, but morally against forcing my views on someone else. It's up to the others to decide. Distributing CP, nah, you can miss me with that. But I don't know. I got to think about it. That's the honest case. I have to think about this. Connor, I'm gonna unmute you now. I'm not saying this stuff because I'm, because I think you are. I'm saying this stuff because I feel like you have certain views, right, that on a moral level I can just not agree with at all. And I feel like I really have to push you to get you to say things that are reasonable. And maybe that's just maybe it is just a very principled position to the point that makes me cringe like no other. But I have to say, like, when it comes to that film specifically, I would treat everyone the exact same way with it, regardless of if Aura, if Aura came here with the exact same statement you made, I'd put him through this exact same thing. Okay, because for me, it's I've never been abused, but I've had family members that were. It went on for years. It's deeply fucking troubling for me. And that's why I'm taking a break from the entire content of the stream to hyper focus in on this shit, because I I feel like I've been more than fair in everything else. Okay, so I'm gonna unmute you now. You can say what you want, but then we're gonna leave it there. Okay, and we'll talk later. And I'm gonna be booting you off the stream. So if you feel like you want your Patreon refunded, I will gladly do that.
No, I don't want my Patreon refunded. I'm always going to support the show. Like, I get that my opinions are like I've lost friendships on my opinions. People don't like, and also the reason why I might feel forced is because my political beliefs are. I'm not gonna lie. Like, when you were telling me to, like, do you morally disagree with it? I thought I was like being trapped. So I was like just sticking with my point of like I legally I don't and that's why if it felt forced.
Yeah, I mean I understand, but I would hate to feel like you felt I was trying to trap you, because I think I've been nothing but fair to you.
No, you have, and I'm gonna be honest, when it comes to talking to them about this shit, I get really fucking paranoid, because I mean, if you've been what I've been through, you'd be a little paranoid too, no matter who you were talking to. Because I've had like the dude that did this entire shit, he was actually a really good friend of mine for like a year. So like, it's like hard for me to like just throw that precaution away. So like, if it's nothing against you, it's just something I've kind of had to like. It's a learned kind of behavior in a sense.
Okay, I mean, I can understand that, but at the same time, you have to be willing to just fucking
deal with
it and stand for something, because it's.
And I am.
Okay, because you can understand where I'm coming from too. And as far as like watching the film, I want to be clear. A lot of people watched the film. Okay. I didn't watch the film because I knew what that film was about. Didn't want to see it. I told my wife what the film was about. She thought that I was just being like a fucking nut, right? Because the way I described it to her, she was like, there's no way Netflix put that shit out there. And she started to watch it and she turned it off. Okay. Right. So I can understand. But if you sat through the entire thing, man.
I actually sped. I had to speed scroll.
I mean, like, it didn't make you want to like fucking. It didn't make you want to go out and like fucking throw up.
No, like, there are parts like I just had to literally skip over because it was making me cringe so hard. I wanted to shut it off. So instead of shutting it off, I just like took the little red meter and just like skipped 5 minutes. Like that's like, so I didn't watch the entire movie. I kind of like sped watch it.
Okay, I mean, I'll talk to you later on. Because we need to figure something out here, only because I get what you're saying as far as like a First Amendment argument. I do. I've made it as clear as I can. But when it comes down to the morality of making that film, right? I think we fundamentally disagree. Not in the sense that not in the sense that you're okay with exploiting children. I'm not saying that. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is, in a perfect world, right? In a perfect world, I would still want that movie gone. I would still want the movie gone. I want Netflix is like, I want whoever greenlit that fucking film, I want them toasted. And I want everybody who's sitting there defending this film, not the way that you're defending. I mean, defending it as like a coming of age story. And it's
you're talking about like the people that are like, oh, it was such a great film. It's about women empowerment shit. Fuck those people. Actually, what's funny is I'm not the only like I get my opinion on it's controversial. But like, I'm not the only person that's like fucking Ben Shapiro came out and said this movie needs, like, big high profile conservatives have the same opinion as mine. You don't see fucking conservative people calling them, saying it's weird or uncomfortable. No, they understand the
those conservative people will immediately say that the film is fucking disgusting child exploitation. They'll say the First Amendment argument, sure, but they will condemn the film entirely.
No, I do. And I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear. I don't like the film. I don't. I get it. Disgusting. But you can't. I think fucking racism's disgusting. But I defend people to say that the fucking Ku Klux Klan to say all their bullshit, even though I think it's fucking disgusting.
Again, it's not a First Amendment thing for me. It's literally not. No, that, because I'm not. It makes you uncomfortable, I'm not saying that the fucking cop should show up, arrest everybody who fucking put the film out, and there should be a hard ban on it everywhere. Because I think that would violate so many fucking laws, and it would violate our Constitution. It would. No, what I'm saying is morally, fuck that film, fuck everybody who defends it, and fuck the people who made it, fuck the director, fuck the producer, fuck the bitch who wrote it, fuck everybody who was involved there, and especially fuck the parents who brought their kids into audition for it. But I mean, Connor, that's it for tonight. As far as you go, I'm gonna move on to the next topic and shit. I gotta say a couple more things, but I'm gonna get you out of here. Okay?
Alrighty, man.
All right. Okay, so
I like your Judge Crow.
Yeah, look, right. Like, I wanted to be as clear as I could there. I will say again, do I think that he's ever done anything? No. Do I understand where he's coming from with that one argument? Absolutely. Do I think that if he was, I'd have something more over the course of 5 years and police investigating the guy than some fucking catfishing troll? I do. Okay.
I mean,
but as far as, well, I mean, because, dude, 5 years?
Yeah, okay,
there would have to be something.
One investigation. Yeah. There's one investigation.
I get it, but go
on for 5 years, and then also if you look at a pattern.
I mean, I get it, but if he's going to get
behavior,
well, what I'm going to say is, if he was busted by a fucking catfisher, and those people, and the individuals doing it are not the most intelligent people out there, I would just imagine there would be more. And I'm just saying, like, there isn't, right? But as far as this goes, he said all the right things. It just feels like I had to pull teeth to get him to say it, and that makes me really uncomfortable. As far as like Texas state law, I'm glad that Texas state law, like 100%, I'm glad Texas state law allows them to prosecute Netflix. I'm 100% happy with that. What I'm saying is, like, federally, I don't think that there's anything on the books where you can actually do anything. But I'm glad that there's a law in Texas that prevents it from being shown in Texas. I think that's great, right? I'm just saying federally, I don't think that there's a law that exists that would allow them to ban it in the United States outright. That's my argument. It's not like if there was something on the books, because Texas is very broad with their definition of child exploitation. But I felt so uncomfortable with that. So that's why. Now, I want to get some of the commentary because people were talking in the meantime. And let me just get through what everyone was saying. Morally, I'm against, but morally against force my views on someone else. It's up to others to decide. I don't know, man. Morally, I'm against cuties. The thing is, I don't know what that comment was made towards Shashar. But if you're saying, like, morally you're against forcing your views on others, I am too. That's why I'm very broad with my definition of the First Amendment. But that shit there, if there's a law in the books that prevents it, I'm happy with it. Cuties is the worst thing I've ever seen. Then why'd you watch it? You have to look at these. You have to look at things objectively too. The entire message of the film is, well, look, they say it's against child exploitation and everything, but what I was told is there's like a Muslim girl in the film, and her story arc is breaking away from her Muslim tradition and exposing herself, right? And I sit there and I go like, okay, well, that sounds like something that I completely disagree with as it relates to the fucking twerking children. Any response other than immediate absolute disgust towards that shit is inconceivable. Yeah, that's where I'm coming from, Kyle. That's where I'm coming from. I wanted to see something where he was like, abso-fucking-lutely not, right? I have to defend on a First Amendment ground, but fuck that movie. And he just, that's the thing. What about the movie 13? What about it, Rev? I don't know the movies. Like, I'm sorry. Like, you guys said some movies earlier. The only one I know of is like Taxi or something, or Taxi Cab, whatever, from like the 70s with De Niro. And in it, they had a child prostitute. Like, I mean, there was a girl who was acting as a child prostitute. They say, well, they sexualize her in the film. I'm like, someone showed me a clip of him. I'm like, not really. They don't seem to be highlighting anything. Maybe there was more in the film, but it's not like they did a scene where she's like in the room fucking somebody, right? And they're showing you images of that, because that would make me fucking yeet myself. This is not a matter of politics. It definitely isn't. Doubt they have seen 13. Definitely haven't. There was another, I think it was called Babysitters. 13 is a movie that hits close to real life. This one dude made a review of the movie and said, I know, I saw that shit. I fucking saw that shit. That guy is insane. That guy's fucking insane. Red flags all around. Cuties is the first film that has ever made me vomit. Good. To puke up everything. I hope you bleach your eyes afterwards.
Cyclone, you gotta finish your video part for that guy.
The fact that you had to pull teeth for Connor to agree with you is a massive red flag for me. Me too. And it made me uncomfortable. It really did make me uncomfortable. That's my feelings. Cyclone, I do believe that guy that made that video is a massive troll. You know what? They said the same thing about that Amos Yee guy, or whatever his name is, that he was a troll, that he's clearly trolling, and now he's been busted as having child porn. So you never know. That's why I don't think she's a troll about that shit. You know, I believe making jokes about everybody. I don't believe in making jokes about, raping kids, because kids they're not really able to defend themselves. Like, society kind of has to look out for them. Make fun of anything you want to, but when it comes to kids, I think it's a little bit of a unique angle, because they don't have the ability to really defend themselves. Other people have to do it for them. Even if he is a troll, it's a dumb idea to do that stuff. Yep. I'm getting red flags from Connor, to be honest. I honestly don't trust him one bit. I'll be honest with you. My confidence is very shaken. Perfect worlds don't exist. Get off the high horse. No, I agree, but you can at least ask somebody in a perfect world, how would they want something to be resolved, so you can get a better understanding of their mindset. Not that, it's a perfect world, everything's black and white. I don't know if that was directed towards me earlier, Cheshire. I agree with you there. He was a moron to even do that. He got what he wanted with all the hate and views, those. Maybe, but that it gets worse than that. I promise you he's going to regret it later on. Oh, well, he will. Jess said, Shapiro's the laughingstock of the right and a literal meme. Shapiro is the guy who runs Daily Wire. Daily Wire is like the top conservative news site. So he's loved on the right. Now, is he a literal fucking meme? Yes, he is, 100%. But conservatives really like him. What is it? He has a lot of other crazy vids he made, and I'm just like, what the fuck? I don't even want to talk about it. I don't know anything about that guy. It's just fucking weird. The parents who pimp their kids. Yeah, exactly. I watched Cuties. It was inappropriate, but I found that it was an amazing movie. This better be a fucking troll. I don't know what happened. I don't care. I want a soda. Get me one too, Pix. I mean, I'll watch the live stream, but that doesn't mean I will automatically trust their guests willing, especially when it's difficult to get an agreement out of them. Yeah, that's how I felt. Hold on, what's this? Here's a movie based on real life. If you have kids, you could understand. Kids hide shit from parents. It's our job as parents to talk to our kids about things. If they don't talk to them, they rebel. Again, sorry if my comments offends you, Kuro. No, you're good, Kuro. You've been fine. Cuties is a movie based on real life. If you have kids, you could understand. Kids hide shit from parents. It's our job as parents to talk to our kids about things. If you don't talk to them, they rebel.
So you think the movie should have been made just for that reason? You think
he's going like it's a true story though. That the bad girl, this is her story. Fuck that. Like Amos Yee was never a troll, but people said that he was what I was saying. You can tell the story without needing to audition 600 girls to twerk it for directors and producers, right? You can tell the story without dressing the girls up and having them twerk for 2 minutes straight in at the end of the film. You can do all that without needing to show us the children being sexualized. Because again, if you say that, well, you know what, we have to sexualize the children because then people won't understand that child sexualization, exploitation is bad. My argument then becomes, well, I guess we cannot agree that giving drugs to children is bad unless we give drugs to children, we put it on film, and we show everyone how bad it is. So, yeah, I mean, that's all I'm going to say about it. Did at Broadsword Baby just make you speechless? Aura says that they're trolling. I'll be honest with you. I'm not okay with that. And here's the thing. Free speech is a government thing, right? There's a spirit of free speech and all that. But my chat's my own fucking chat. I'm going to moderate the shit out of that. So if I see him come in here and defend that film, I'll put him on timeout. And if he keeps on doing it, I'll block him. Because I'm just, when it comes to that film and the things that, my family's dealt with, I absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'm sorry if I caused problems tonight. I didn't mean to. I'm actually, I'll put it like this. I'm always happy that someone tells us exactly how they're feeling because sometimes I'm going to agree. Sometimes I know to avoid. In this situation, I feel like I have to avoid because there was no strong condemnation. I hope in the future you're willing to do it because you shouldn't be worried about being trapped. You should be worried about people misconstruing what you're saying because you're coming across as very dishonest there. And I think you can acknowledge that you did because you were trying to think out what would be the best answer.
I mean, he was throwing him softballs too. I think you were almost trying to coax him into giving the right answers, but he was seemed.
I just wanted to see how long it was going to take. I thought after the first time he would do it, and then I realized after the fact I was just working him to get him to say the right thing, and by that point my confidence was already lost. But I didn't think that it would take that fucking long, though, right? I didn't think it would take that fucking long, and it did. And I don't know why, because,
I could have guessed, but it's all good.
Yeah. Anyways, let's move on to the next story, because this is one that I actually really, really wanted to talk about. And we just had a massive break, man. This is a long stream tonight. But I'm glad we did it.
Every stream since you've been back, I think, has been over 2.5 hours.
Okay. It sounds like you're blaming me. And I don't like
I like it. I like the long streams. They're good.
Okay. When this nightmare is over, okay. Before I read this, let me just give you the context, okay? Berkeley professor, former Secretary of Labor, co-founder, Inequality Media. He's got a book, The System, Who Rigged It, How We Fix It. You can even order a copy. He's got 1 million followers, okay? When this nightmare is over, we need a Truth and Reconciliation Commission. It would erase Trump's lies, comfort those who have been harmed by his hatefulness, and name every official politician, executive, and media mogul whose greed and cowardice enabled this catastrophe. I love that people respond to this tweet as if it's a radical, undemocratic idea. Establishing a ministry of truth to dictate, to have the government dictate what is and is not false. Steve, can you think of any reasons why that would be a bad thing?
What is it again?
Basically, he's saying that because Trump is president, as soon as Trump is out of office, okay, our federal government needs to establish what I will be referring to as the Ministry of Truth, which would be the government, okay, coming out with an official commission or whatever, department, bureau, whatever, to tell the public what is and is not true, okay, as it relates to, hold on, it gets better. And then also name and document every single individual that Trump has associated with, all of their supporters, and any media outlet that was friendly to Trump.
Yeah, that's straight up propaganda, dude.
I mean, I think it goes beyond propaganda. I mean,
that's some fucking China shit.
Yeah, yes, it is. That's the Maoist fucking shit. Like,
yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, last name Reich. I was thinking the same thing. I said it today. I was like, well, he's got appropriate last name, but like, this is what they do in like communist dictatorships, right? So that when someone starts to speak up against the government comes out and says, nope, we fact checked ourselves. We found that we have done nothing wrong. Arrest him for spreading misinformation that is harmful to the public. This is the thing. When the government goes ahead and puts together a commission like that, they do something with that information. You will demand they do something with that information. So I read that. I'm like, this is a Berkeley professor, right?
Yeah.
Coming out hardcore in defense of an authoritarian regime, because that's the first step. The first step is you tear down the old, which they've been doing. The next step is you establish a ministry of truth, right? That can dictate to the populace what is and is incorrect and what is and is true.
No room for debate here. We got to cut that shit off at the source. The government knows best. The government's going to tell you the way. They know the way.
I like this. Nice projection there, Bub. I'm not sure what's worse, the Big Brother state of suppression you're pushing out for here, or the ignorance in the fact it's the Dems that have been misleading this country with lies the entire time. And this person, gotta laugh whenever a Republican starts accusing others of lying. It's astounding that anyone would be willing to display such startling levels of absurdity and chicanery. Here's the thing, right?
Chicanery? Is that like Sean Connery?
No. It's just someone using a big word and, doesn't mean anything, believe me. I mean, as far as their use of the word, they're basically saying that it's bullshit and they're liars. But here's what I want you to understand, Steve, right? The left decides to enforce a ministry of truth, right? And in 10 years, Republicans take power back. Republicans become the holders of the ministry of truth. Would anybody on the left be okay with the Republicans telling them, dictating to them, specifically on political matters, what is and is not true? They think Republicans are liars. Republicans think they are liars. And they want to give themselves the ability to preach to the masses what is and is not correct. That is insane to me. These people are fucking insane. That would be used against them immediately.
Of course. Because climate change is real and this and that and blah, blah, blah. The Republicans don't know what the fuck is going on, apparently.
You know what was in the name of the Soviet Union state-run newspaper? Pravda. It means literally truth. Yeah. I mean, like, imagine having a ministry of truth, right? And then, as this dumbass wants out there, right? And he says, well, it's only for Trump. It's only for Trump. Yeah, bitch. As a Berkeley professor, he should know. He probably doesn't because, Berkeley. But he should know that when the government creates something, it doesn't just go away. So imagine in 10 years from now, the United States is about to bomb Australia, right? Because we think Australia has weapons of mass destruction. So we're going to do a missile strike on Sydney, Australia, right?
Does Australia have a lot of oil? Would it be worth America?
I'm just giving you an example, right? So a newspaper outlet investigates and discovers a recording that the Secretary of State wants to bomb Australia because he hates Australians, and that's the only reason why.
Tim Pool finds it.
Yeah, fine. Tim Pool finds it. But then the Ministry of Truth comes out and says, this is false propaganda. There is no videotape of the Secretary of State stating that he hates Australians. This is false, and we have arrested the propagandist as we fire missiles into a foreign country.
So Tim Pool's in jail?
Yeah, Tim Pool's in jail, and we've just bombed Australia because the Secretary of State hates Australians.
Poor Tim Pool in Australia. I mean,
yeah, right. And there would be nothing you could do because the government is now fact checking itself. And so, like, CNN comes out and CNN wants to report on it, and they say we are shutting down CNN as they are propagandists who are. I mean, let's be honest, CNN would totally be on their side, but the thing is, like, the moment you establish that the government is going to have a body that is going to fact check the government on political matters, you've fucking lost me at that point. Like, you fucking lost me at that point. How are they going to do that?
They can't agree on anything. They literally fight about the fucking weather, and how are they going to determine anything is fact? Like, you know what I mean?
How does one know about a dystopian society if they are already living in it? Like, don't let Zio hear that. Well, that's why I said Australia, so in case he watches later. But, like, my point is, this is a professor at Berkeley basically stating he wants the government to establish a body that will fact check itself and be the ultimate authority on what is and is not true. And at the same time, doesn't seem to understand that the Democrats, the people that he likes will not be in power forever. And the people that he consistently calls liars will eventually have that power. But see, that would just be that he's a fucking idiot. But what I think, and he's still a fucking idiot, don't get me wrong. What I think is he does not believe that there's any world, any reality in which the left does not continue to have power over the masses.
So, okay, they want to, as soon as a Republican president, or just right after Trump?
I mean, any president, right? So this guy's probably progressive who's pushing this shit, right? Biden comes in. So
I'm saying, like, if another Republican wins after Trump, like let's say Trump wins again, he gets the other 4 years, another president comes in, I think he would be opposed to this fucking truth shit. Hopefully.
No. But this law professor wants Biden to take office and create a ministry of truth, right? And let's say a Republican takes power right afterwards and becomes the minister of truth, right? He gets to decide what is and isn't true. You think anyone on the left would actually listen to a single fucking thing coming out of that man's mouth? No, they call him a fucking liar, and then you'd give him full right to shut down everything you're saying. CNN ran a story that said that our ministry of truth was incorrect. Well, we fact checked and we found out that was a lie. And so CNN will be restricting your access to, you know what I mean, right? It's a stupid fucking slip to go down with people. It's a stupid fucking slip to go down with people. All right. Now, let's move on to the final. Actually, you know what? I have the story for the goth punk stuff, but we got way off track and it's 3 hours in. Yeah.
I mean, we saw the TikToks. That's about all we knew. Oh, did we even see the TikTok of that punk bitch?
No, I finally found it. It's about a minute long. But I got a lot to say on this because I wanted to pull up some of like the more well-known punk bands and why this bitch is just a fucking liar and shit. So, but
why
I want
she
everyone
is uneducated in the own genre of music she claims to be a part of.
Yeah, I want to jump into it tomorrow because we'll have more people on. I think they'll be interested in the story because it's basically.
I'm very passionate about that too. You saw what I.
You want to? Yeah, I did. Okay, you want to just do it now? We can.
I mean, we can save it for tomorrow when I have like you said, it's been 3 hours. I don't have enough left in me. I'll probably be more passionate about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I want to see you go off for the first time on stream.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hey Aura, what's up?
What's going on?
Oh my God, it's origami. I gotta turn my camera back on now.
Why was your camera not on in the first place?
What's up, Aura?
I was feeling sad.
Why?
I don't know. I just get sad sometimes.
You wrapping up?
Because you're not here.
Do I look like shit? I feel like shit.
No.
Do I look like shit?
I mean, you sound a little off, but
yeah, I was gonna say you sound a little.
Well, you look fine. What's up, man?
No, are you wrapping up? I was gonna save it for the end because
we're wrapping.
There's a statement I wanted to make that wasn't addressed.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. Like just whenever that fucking whatever that was that just happened, remember, like people, if anybody feels uncomfortable by anybody, don't take it to the internet. Report that shit. You know, like you guys know, right? Both of you know what to do, right? So like, where does anybody have the links handy to send reports and shit? I'll do it. I got it. I'll put it in the description.
Okay, you do it. Yeah. Because I can't get them. Hold on.
But I'm just letting you know because I'm not a lawyer. None of us are lawyers. None of us are law enforcement. All right. So
I tried to be as clear as I could with that too.
No.
Right. The thing that made me uncomfortable is just the stuff on the Cuties movie, and I don't think whatever you say about that film can in any way be a legal matter, right? Like I don't.
I heard your stances, dude. I'm just letting you know. I'm letting people know who watch this, you know, like what to do, because I don't want them to go crusading on the internet because that's the shit we criticize. At least I do. I believe we do as well. So,
yeah, no, I agree with you.
Yeah, so like report it to the proper authorities if you feel anybody is a threat. That's what anybody should do, right? Am I wrong, gents? Correct me.
No, you're right.
You're
right.
But it's been a while, guys. Hope you all been well.
I know.
We have been. Dude, you should tune in tomorrow because we're going to talk about punk rock and how it's pro-establishment now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
So what else have I been missing?
Well, hold on. Let me see if I can
into being liberals. Good old punk.
Now?
Yeah, you know, even though like punk is probably more
punk was founded by BIPOC, so persons of color, LGBTQ plus folks, and women. That's who founded punk. Conservatism is antithetical to punk. Punk is political counterculture that was created by oppressed peoples and their allies to express their frustration with an oppressive system.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just, fuck it.
Oh, you mean like Joe Biden's bill to make sure that you get the right truth from the government? You mean like that kind of fucking shit?
Okay.
Are you playing the clip?
I'm going to play the clip. I'm going to play the clip, but I'm going to show the whole story. So this is how this whole thing popped up, right? So this was just I'm going to play the clip.
Sorry, I'm dropping the link in the chat.
Oh, yeah, do your thing. So this is from a few days ago, okay? This guy here, I guess he's the head of Goths, okay?
Yeah.
He dictates what is and isn't Goth, okay? He's the keeper of the gate. Goth, DJ, horror films, stabby writer, bass player. He does web comics. Okay.
Did you say bass player?
I don't know. That's what I said.
The bass player, dude.
Oh, well. Well, fuck this guy. Anyways, hold on. I'm about to gatekeep.
What?
Okay. Slap in the fish.
What did I come back to, dude? I swear to God.
Hold on. Let me just play it, okay? So these people said Goths against abortion because it's wrong to kill innocent people. Goths do not conform to the societal norm. The societal norm is abortion. Otherwise, it wouldn't be supported by the media in Hollywood. Pro-life Goth. Okay? So that's their stance, right?
Right.
This guy goes, hold on, I'm about to get
literally like, don't be a conformist. I'm a non-conformist just because you got to go against the majority.
I like this. Name a more iconic duo than straight men and unnecessary commentary. You mean this guy? I'll be honest with you. I didn't think he was straight.
Click his picture.
Not to be a dick. Okay.
Yeah, let's see his picture.
Oh my god.
Yeah. What is going there? What the
Sonic?
I don't know.
It's a Sonic fan.
It's not a Sonic fan. That's a Shadow the Hedgehog fan.
Shadow the Hedgehog. I'm so depressed. Yeah.
But I do like this. I do like this though. Name a more iconic duo than straight men and unnecessary commentary. Bitch, if you could do it. If you could do it. Okay. Like, so that's basically what kicked this whole thing off, right? So for like a few days now on Twitter, and obviously like the goth and punk community, they're not like super fucking massive, right? But I really wanted to highlight this shit because as soon as this came out, they all immediately rushed in to make statements about how bad conservatism is, talk about how they dunk on them all the time. Like they're pro-choice, they're pro-LGBT rights. They're all about standing up for the minorities. That's their job and shit. And so I'm sitting there going like, legitimately, goth, punk, whatever. It is about challenging the system, right? And that's not saying conservatism or liberalism or any of that shit, right? It's about questioning authority. It's about it's literally about speaking truth to power, not the other shit that they say where they say, we're going to speak truth to power, but only when someone we dislike. No, it's literally about questioning everything, right?
Yeah.
And so these chicks
come
out,
but there's about. I thought goth.
I don't know. I'm talking mostly punk, right? But like goth, I mean, goth is just, I don't know, being emo and baby shit. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I really just want to be as insulting as possible.
Goth is about non-conformism and shit like that. You know, like they're being like oppressed by society.
Yeah,
I think.
No, I mean I want to say that's probably the best definition for it.
Yeah.
But these girls came out and said, well, these girls came out and said, you know what? We're against abortion because it's wrong to kill innocent people. That's their stance. And they said, goths don't conform to societal norms, and the societal norm is abortion. That's all true. Okay. Now, that's their statement. Now, if you want to say, well, you can't be pro-life and be goth, I don't think that there's anything there that says that. But apparently, in order to be goth, you actually have to sign up to a certain set of beliefs. And if you don't sign up for those certain set of beliefs, then you're not goth. Then Mr. fucking Shadow the Hedgehog over here, he gets to dictate whether or not you're goth or not. And if you are, he'll let you share some of his black eyeliner.
I thought you were going to say he'll let you shit on his chest or some creepy shit like that.
I don't know, man. I don't know. But there are people in the comment section just ragging on the conservatives, like this bitch over here, right? This is ever actually work. What is this?
What is this?
Oh man, do you want to? What is this? What the fuck?
Oh, I thought that was you, dude. I thought that was you.
Holy shit. Why?
I thought it was you because it's fucking small. So I was
like,
this
shit?
No. I thought that was you.
That guy's more white.
It's a filter, Steve. Like, it exists.
What is this? I think people are being fucking pervy.
Oh, Wikipedia's smart.
That's unrelated to what I want to talk about, but
God. Yeah, that's what Wikipedia says. Like Tim Burton, goth, subculture of punk.
Well, yeah. Actually, he does do gothic style like horror and film. Actually, now that you mention it, I forgot about that.
So,
goth is just a really sad punk who only wears black. I guess I don't know.
Well, okay, so then it came into like the whole thing about goth and punk and everything, and so there was this thing, right? And it's on Gatekeeping Punk. This is a little bit older, okay, but I'd never seen this, and I was like, I don't think that they understand like what it means to be goth or what it means to be punk. Like, It's just like, especially when it comes to goth, it's about not conforming with society, right? I don't know anything about the oppressor and whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's about not conforming with society and societal norms. And they said, like, we're pro-choice because the societal norm is abortion and we're against abortion. And that's the statement, right? If you want to say, like, well, I'm pro-choice, fine. Like, fine. You can both be goth, but, like, to sit there and make the argument of, like, well, they can't be goth because they don't agree with me seems to be completely antithetical to what it means to be goth, right?
Yeah.
Now, as far as this shit goes, this had me fucking dying, okay? Because I started playing it, and, like, I sent it to Steve, and Steve went off on Discord. And I'm gonna read through this. I'm gonna read through what Steve said after I played the video because I got it pulled up. I got it pulled up and ready. Okay. But you're gonna see, like, all right, let's go. Oh, let me turn up the volume. Yeah, the volume's all the way down. Hold on.
Keeping punk on this app, and I'm a punk, so let's talk about it. In case you didn't know, I'm the lead singer of a Riot Girl punk band. I'm involved in my local music scene. I'm a part of a punk collective, and I've academically studied punk.
See, okay, that last line right there, right?
Academically studied punk.
I'm a punk, okay? I'm the lead singer of a Riot Girl punk band. I'm involved in my local music scene. I'm part of a punk collective, and I've academically studied punk. Okay, Karen! Okay!
Notice how she doesn't say what band she's fucking in?
I don't give a shit. Like, dude, I would. If this bitch is smart, she won't say what band she's part of because they're gonna get so much shit. But, like, to make the argument that I'm an academic scholar of punk, and therefore I decree what is and is not punk, and I decide who has a membership to our music collective. Like, okay, you just described the opposite of being punk. Okay, completely described the opposite of being punk. Just right then and there, totally done with. All right, so let's keep going though.
Punk. To put it plainly, conservatism is antithetical to punk. That's not gatekeeping.
To be clear,
it is gatekeeping.
Yeah. To be clear,
say a conservative can't be a punk. That's fucking gatekeeping.
Yeah. I mean, but their argument is, look, conservatism is all bad, so it cannot be punk. Like, no, the idea that you're going to say, like, one political ideology, yeah, fuck off. You know what that says? That says that when you went to school to study punk, it sounds like they filled your head with a bunch of other nonsense, and because you're not punk and you're kind of a big basic ass bitch, you didn't question anything you were told. You accepted everything that you were told. And now you sit there and go, I'm punk. No, you're a conformist. Oh, man, I almost said another naughty word. Oh, I got to watch myself. Okay, let's keep going. But yes, that is gatekeeping, deciding who can and cannot be punk. It would be gatekeeping, especially if you're doing it off political ideology. And I'm going to make one
like School of Rock. Like, what the fuck is a punk class in university or college or wherever the hell she academically studied punk?
Well, when you sit here and you understand how she thinks punk was founded, you'll understand that what she actually means when she says I academically studied punk. What she meant is she took a course in critical race theory instead, and that was about it.
Think about all that schooling. She could have learned how to use her fucking front-facing camera. Instead of
well, considering she academically learned punk, it's not a real school, dude. It's like probably either a scam or she Wikipedia'd all day, you know.
Yeah. Someone pointed out, like, there are courses related to different genres of music. I'm not going to deny that. What I'm going to deny is if you're going to tell me that you know exactly what punk is because you went to school for it, you're a fucking joke. Anyways,
I was gonna say, dude, usually if they go to school, they'd be more specific in what they're majoring in. I took music arts or some shit like that.
You know, I'm gonna say something that's gonna be so fucking based, and I just don't give a shit at this point.
What does that mean?
These people.
What does that mean?
They're very, very red-pilled right wing, and it's just gonna be used against in the future. I just don't give a shit. I look at this girl. You know what I think? Now. You know what I think? I think that she's trash, and I mean trash by, like, I think she's a terrible musician. And I think that she gets away with being trash tier content, right? By going around and saying, well, that's just because I'm a woman and you're trying to keep me out of the industry. I think that she's made that same gatekeeping argument whenever anyone calls her out for being fucking subpar and basic as shit.
Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. Maybe y'all disagree with me. I had to say it because the way that this bitch is about to go off.
Yeah.
Well, the way this bitch is about to go off, I guarantee you, she has used the argument that you can that the only reason why people don't support me is because I have a badge, right? And she thinks, and she uses that in order to build up her fucking base because she's probably fucking garbage, right? I'm just saying. Yeah, that's what mediocre women do. I think she's mediocre as shit, right?
I think she plays the fucking triangle. Or the cowbell. That's what I think.
Yeah. Those don't exist anymore, bro.
the cowbell.
She has one of those like gold teeth and cling. That's what she plays.
Hold on. She's gonna keep educating people though.
Punk is a political counterculture that was created by oppressed peoples and their allies to express their frustration with an oppressive system.
Okay. I don't disagree with what she just said there. The thing is, the culture in this country, right, does not swing to the right. Okay, I'd say it's, if anything, you're more center for the vast majority of people. But like as far as like what's accepted in the mainstream, nothing right wing is accepted in the mainstream by people. Okay, I'm talking about by every single major corporation, every single major outlet except for fucking Fox News, right? It is hard fucking core to the left. I remember there was that one actress and she was giving a speech. I think it was at the Women's March where she was like, everybody go get an abortion. I'm like, okay. That's what's accepted. That's the culture. So someone comes out and says, well, I'm against that. And you're sitting there going like, then you're not punk. Well, then you're a lying bitch. This is true here. This is true, but she's going to make the exact opposite. But she's making the exact opposite argument, okay? Because she's the mainstream. She supports everything mainstream.
Stuff. Punk was founded by BIPOC, LGBTQ.
Sorry.
Wait. Oh, Aria, come on. Say it. Say the thing.
Shit, where did that come from? I think Punk was around way before.
Critical race theory, dude. I guarantee you, this bitch took a course in critical race theory, and she is woke as fuck now.
Dude, Punk's been around.
You know the Village People? They were punk, right? Like the YMCA. That was a punk song, right?
Okay. All right. Never mind. I thought you meant the literal Amish. They're the punk group. They churn the butter. That's their fucking punk song. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
Yep.
Please continue.
At this point, I want to be very clear here in case this gets used against us in the future. Because I
love the Amish. I love churning butter. I love butter.
I was going to say,
I don't trust the Amish.
The only one of us who is white here is Prison Steve, and he's already been put into prison. So
the lighting makes me look white, so I can kind of pass.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. You're not.
I'm not.
He is though, but he's already in prison, so you can't get any worse than that. But like, I don't get where this shit comes from, right? Because I'm trying to think of like all the punk bands, right?
It comes from ovaries. It comes from estrogen. It comes from entitlement.
Fucking hell, dude.
I don't know. This bitch really pisses me off. I'm sorry.
So just to going back about disavowing and shit, right? Like that's Steve's fucking opinion. I don't know where that came from. That fucking message of
ovaries. That's his that's his whiteness coming out here.
That's
and
white?
He's He's
the only white person I've ever heard say that.
Well, I mean, she's the only white bitch I've ever heard say this shit.
That's
Punk
true.
was founded by BIPOC means Black Indigenous People of Color. Okay, people of color are people of color. Why do you need to highlight Black and Indigenous people as part of that? They're still people of color, aren't they? I thought people of color just referred to anyone who isn't like fucking Caucasian as shit. But I guess not. I guess they have to really, really make sure that they throw in specifically Black people. Why?
Who How many people in the Sex Pistols were black? How many people in the Ramones were black again?
Dude, people have been. So there was another tweet that was pulled up earlier, and it was highlighting this video, right? And that person protected their account because people were responding to them. It's like the Sex Pistols, the Ramones, and you had this fucking simp brigade immediately showing up saying, those are just a bunch of angry white dudes who come from wealthy families. I'm like, oh, okay. So what you're saying is they are punk, but they're not punk. So you're going to remove anyone who is punk until you get to only Black, Indigenous people of color, anyone who is in any way LGBTQ plus, and women, because everybody else isn't punk. It's only that group. It's not just the gatekeeping; it's the retroactive gatekeeping. It's going back and saying like all these people aren't. Huh?
What would you say if I told you that rap was invented by a white Frenchman? Would you believe me?
Probably.
No.
I wouldn't believe me. Like
martial arts was invented. Martial arts was invented in like India. Did you know that? Not by the Chinese or anything like that. Did you know it was like came from India?
Nope.
There's a lot of different martial arts. I mean,
originally,
martial arts came from India. All of them.
Yeah, Go look it up.
Jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, karate.
People went and they
Taekwondo.
fucking appropriate. Yes, go check it out. It's pretty interesting, actually.
Okay. Now,
see, that
as far as this goes, right?
There's actual shit behind it.
Look, I would say if any. So if I was going to say anything about punk, I would say like punk is literally anybody that's counterculture, right? But this bitch turns around and says, no, punk is actually, and I studied this. I'm an academic on punk.
Do you think she writes her own songs, or is she a cover band?
Oh God.
I really think she's like either the bass player or like the person with the triangle in the back just going.
Do you think one of her cover songs would be I Whip My Hair Back and Forth by Willow Smith?
God damn it, shut up.
Probably.
Stop, you're gonna make fun.
It's the anthem by Good Charlotte. That's what she listens to every day.
I whip my hair back and forth. I whip my hair back and forth.
Oh man. No, fucking some My Chemical Romance, but she just screams it.
Yeah.
Oh God, I was gonna do something, but I don't want to like blow people's fucking headphones out. Look, punk is counterculture, and if the media is on your side, you aren't counterculture. I mean, that's true, 100%. But like, the thing is, this statement here really kind of just got to me because I was like, well, punk was founded by like, bitch, stop. Okay. There are plenty of original punk bands. It's just about being counterculture. It's got nothing to do with sexual orientation. It's got nothing to do with race. Everybody feels like they're oppressed in some way, shape, or form. Everyone can therefore be punk. Okay? The whole thing was just about resisting, questioning authority, standing up, right? Like not being stepped on, not being shut down. You're the bitch who's showing up here saying, I'm the gatekeeper. I decide what's punk. You're exactly what they fucking complained about. Fucking Karens.
Yeah.
Fucking new age Karens,
punk
dude.
Punk doesn't have a sex. Punk doesn't have a political view. Like, you can have political views in your fucking punk music, but it's not set to one political view. Like,
no, it's not. Like I said, you can be pro-life and be punk. And being pro-life is counterculture. You can be pro-choice and be punk. Right? It's got nothing to do with that. Right? It's just about resisting what the message is. Like this girl is saying, like right now, that punk was founded by these oppressed groups, and they all came together and yada, 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 just pulling shit out of her fucking ass that she learned in school because she's not punk. She's an indoctrinated little witch. And I fucking guarantee you, because I'm sure like someone's going to go like, oh, I'm a fan of her. I don't give a shit. I guarantee you her music is trash. Her music is probably fucking trash. But she sits there and she pulls this fucking card with people. Well, I'm a woman, and if you don't respect my music, that's clearly because you're just a white male misogynist. And if you're not white, then you've internalized white supremacy. Yeah. No, you're trash. Your music is trash. Your opinions are trash. And all this shit is just some fucking psychotic delusion.
You plus folks, women. If you support taking those people's rights away, then you are not punk.
No one is about taking anyone's rights away, I don't think.
I'm about it. I'm about it. Get off the internet. Get the fuck out of here. Leave me alone.
After this shit, right? Like, fuck, man. But that's the thing. The argument is over abortion, right? So, no, that's a woman's right. And women founded punk. No, they fucking didn't. Like, I think if any of those groups you're going to say was, like, not a big part of the punk movement, I'm going to just call it out and just say women were really not a part of the punk movement. Not until later on. And you know what? Call me fucking sexist or what. I just don't give a shit. Because it's
I'm sure there was
false.
like women punk artists, but the most
I'm
notable ones or the ones that made this scene relevant were men, and like it wasn't until like you said later on that like there was more women, more notable women in the punk scene. Like it's not sexist to just be like statistically
to state a fact,
more fucking men. Yeah, there's just more men in punk. And
no,
but
but this girl when she
aggressive.
did. But that's the thing. But when this bitch went and did her little fucking studies and shit, they probably told her about all of these female punk bands and how they were there first. And they're really the ones who laid down the groundwork. Yeah. No,
it was Sid
that's
Vicious's girlfriend that invented punk and told him what to do and everything. She was the one behind the scenes. It wasn't fucking. It wasn't actually any of these actual punk artists. It was just the women behind them.
Yes. Fuck, dude. Like I just. Nobody's saying take their rights away at all. That's just some fucking bullshit that you got from watching your goddamn TV because you don't question anything because you ain't punk. You accept what anyone you get it spoon fed to you and you fucking repeat it like the little baby bitch that you are. Everything this bitch has been saying so far, except for one statement that she does not even follow herself, is antithetical to what fucking punk is supposed to be, right? But like this shit over here, okay? This whole stripping people of their rights. Like, look, I'm an actual conservative and everything. My stance on abortion is pretty fucking liberal as far as I'm concerned. First trimester, go for it. Beyond that, unless it's like rape, incest, or death of the mother, or you know the baby itself, no. Right? I know plenty of people on the right that don't even make the exception for rape and incest. I know plenty of people on the right that say no abortions, period. I'm not even like that, right? But like, I hate this argument of, oh, you're trying to strip us away of our rights. No, don't have sex if you don't want to have children. Okay? And that goes for dudes too. I'm not sitting there saying like the dude's off the hook. No, the dude owes you like half his fucking check for the rest of his goddamn life. Or 18 years. He doesn't get away with it. Neither do you. Have some fucking personal responsibility for fuck's sakes. Like, don't sit there and go like, I feel like I should just be able to murder the child at any point I want. If I'm 8.5 months pregnant and I change my mind, that means I chop up that little fucking baby. I mean, like, that's my stance on it, right?
Yeah.
But like, as far as like this idea of, oh, you're removing women's rights, like, dude, your rights are what are in the Constitution, right? Those are your rights. Okay. If you want to rely on a Supreme Court decision made by unelected justices, that's not punk either. Like, if you want to pass it into law and that's what you really feel like you're going to do, I say go for it, right? But like this idea that someone's going to say, well, I disagree. And you're going to say, well, that's not punk. You're a fucking cunt. Yeah, just fuck off with this shit. Anyways, we got to keep on going because so far she's misstated the foundations of punk. She's clarified what punk actually is and then argued against that entirely.
And even if you don't personally support it, but you vote for a candidate who will, you're not punk.
Oh, poor baby. Poor fucking baby.
This is all weird. This is like a mesh. This is all like, what is it? Political lip service.
Dude, it totally is. You're bringing up the fucking election into it. Like, Jesus fucking
too much
hell.
shit. Like, dude, actually, weren't we having a conversation about abortion yesterday?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what is? I don't know.
Me.
No, I know not you,
was
Steve.
there. I don't fucking remember.
Yeah. No, you'd have some weird ass hot take or some shit. Like, I would remember what you'd say, Steve.
Yeah,
like just like Molestation Monday.
I do like this, right? I love when they do this shit.
And even if you don't personally support it, but you vote for a candidate who will.
Zoom in.
The zoom in.
Zoom in.
That's
because she's serious now.
Serious.
Just fuck. I love this thing about Donald Trump's going to take away your rights. Dude's been in office for 4 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
He's really
hold on. For the first 2 years of his presidency, they controlled the state, they controlled the Senate and the Congress. He didn't take away any of your fucking white rights, you privileged white bitch. Fuck off. Yeah. Seriously. Dude, and I said earlier in the stream, like we're talking about with Rev, like the Muslim ban. Donald Trump did that, except it wasn't a ban on all Muslims. It was literally specifically targeting terrorist nations or nations with strong ties to terrorism. But he called it a Muslim ban, which I think is gross and fucking offensive. But like, that's not taking away my fucking rights. Like, this girl is just everything that she sees on TV just runs headfirst into a fucking wall. I'm punk, fuck Trump. I'm punk, fuck Trump. Yeah. Guess what is the safest thing to say in society today? Fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah.
That is the safest thing to say in society today. You LARPing bitch.
Bill, you're not punk. Punk is rooted in leftist ideology.
There you go. There you go.
Don't speak for everybody. That's rude.
It is.
It's rude.
Punk is rooted in leftist ideology. Yeah. That is the most anti-punk thing you can say. Punk is rooted in being a leftist. Punk is rooted in my politics. And if you disagree with my politics, then you're not punk. Okay, dumbass. Oh, fucking K. Jesus Christ.
There are plenty of other little clubs that you can go join of skinheads who are trying to make music that sounds like punk and failing.
Yeah, so they got really mad that the pro-life people, those pro-life goths came out with that statement. And so apparently that's the same thing as being a fucking Nazi, which again is the safest fucking thing you can say in today's society. That all conservatives are Nazis. The safest fucking thing you can say, you daft bitch.
But actual punks not only don't support systemic oppression, but actively fight against it.
Bro.
Gatekeeping would be
I mean, let's go back to that comment, right?
I thought she was sitting in a bathtub. I didn't know that was the bottom of the mirror. I thought.
Yeah. that would actually make the video funnier.
Like coming out of a fucking rabbit hole, like Bugs Bunny. That's what I thought she was doing, just sitting in the fucking bathtub.
But actual punks not only don't support systemic oppression, but actively fight against. Well, yeah, but leftists support systemic oppression. They support it against their political opponents. They always do. We just talked about the free speech rally in San Francisco. Black dude was the organizer. They punched him in the face, took out his teeth, and said, well, we're fighting fascism, as they took his fucking teeth out. And what were they standing against? Big tech censorship. They showed up there to rally against Twitter, a massive fucking corporation. And the leftists showed up. Refused to let them speak, threw shit at them, and punched them in the face. And I'm sure this bitch supports every single one of them. That would be actively supporting oppression, not fighting against it.
Yeah.
Fucking, I swear, just the dumbest fucking people these days.
Gatekeeping would be me telling you that because you like all-time low, you're not a punk.
Okay, let's get to the next part.
Which I think is true. If you look all-time low, you can be punk. But if you don't have the political ideology to match punk, then you're not punk because it's a political counterculture.
No, it's not. I thought it was like, whatever.
Well, hold on. It's a political counter. First off, it's not political, you daft fucking cunt. Holy shit. It is not. It's just counterculture. And if you're part of the culture, then you're not punk, dude. I'm sorry to like I don't want to make that fucking same ass argument, but like, come on. She's literally saying everything that's accepted by mainstream culture, right? Conservatives are all fucking Nazis. Fucking leftism is fucking the greatest thing in the fucking world. Everything good and positive in this world was actually founded by minorities and women. And if it was a minority woman, then it was the greatest thing ever. And all the bad stuff was evil white colonial men.
Colonial.
The safest, yeah, fuck, right? The colonizers. Literally, the safe, yeah, well, excuse me, princess, thank you. But like, punk is rooted in Crow's collarbone. Yeah, that's why it fucking broke.
It's weak.
Yeah, fuck. But like, she now earlier she said counterculture, right? Now she's saying political counterculture. Well, even if that's the case, you're still like her own argument stands in the face of everything that she is saying, because she is as mainstream as it gets, right? If I walk out onto the street with the fucking MAGA hat on, I know exactly what will fucking happen to me. Even being in the Midwest, I already fucking know. Okay? Because Indianapolis, pretty not right-wing city. Like, there's a lot of fucking anyways. But like this shit, right? If she goes out anywhere in this country and says conservatives are Nazis, fuck Donald Trump's a racist, I stand against racism, Black Lives Matter, any of that anywhere in this nation,
what the fuck are you doing? You're disgusting as shit, dude.
I just mean, like, dude, people will fucking clap for it without even thinking.
Dude, why couldn't you just say that? Why did you make that fucking horrid clippable noise?
Because his arm is all messed up, right? So he can't clap properly.
Yeah, I can't clap.
You can literally fucking do this, dude. You can do this. You can do this. Like anything. But
that would look stupid.
Oh, that would look stupid.
That would look stupid.
It. Like fucking, that's acceptable.
It would sound right. It looks stupid.
With the fucking robe half open, fucking half open, staring into the camera and doing this is fucking appropriate. look at that shit. What are you doing?
But like, look,
tattoo. I heart mom. Like right there.
Oh god, right? Oh, there it is. No, look. All I'm saying is everything that she is saying, there'll be positive media for her. Okay, mainstream corporations will parrot whatever she is fucking saying. Okay, she can lambaste her political opposition nonstop without fear of anyone trying to cancel her. Meanwhile, claiming that she is the political counterculture, she is as mainstream as it fucking gets. A white girl preaching about other people's oppression. As mainstream as it fucking gets. I hate this shit so much. I really do. Because, like, you know, there's gaslighting, and then there's just being so intellectually dishonest. Pretending like you are in any way standing up to anybody. No, this girl has no clue what it's like to someone to put a boot down on her fucking neck. Or try to. Privileged as it fucking comes. And then sits there and goes like, well, I'd only be gatekeeping if I said that because you like a certain type of punk band, then that means you're not punk. No, gatekeeping is literally saying, if you don't agree with me, fuck off. You can't be a part of this group. Bitch, you don't dictate shit. Holy fuck. And you know, honestly, I get it. Some dumbass fucking girl on TikTok, right? Doesn't make any difference to anyone's fucking life. My point is, like, it's this idea, right, that you can be pro-establishment. You can say opinions that are supported by every single major corporation, okay? And if anyone disagrees with you, they can't be they're not counterculture. It doesn't make any sense. But it's like, you have these fucking deranged ass fucking leftists, right? Go to college, get even further fucking brain broken, and then going into industries and taking them over. I guarantee you, her music is probably dog shit, but her politics are right. And if you criticize her, I mean, that can easily be seen as sexism, because, you know, there's a long-standing history within the punk community of keeping women down. And women actually founded punk, so that's just completely disgusting. Yeah, I already know every argument that she would make, because it's so fucking obvious. It's so fucking obvious. Mainstream as it fucking gets, repeating exactly what she hears on TV every fucking day. Fucking mainstream, dude. And I guess that's the part that really actually frustrates me is how mainstream this bitch is. And also at the same time thinking that she's standing up and fighting for anything.
She's a walking oxymoron. Is basically.
Yeah.
I'm punk.
God.
I'm going to tell you exactly how to act, though, which is totally
right.
punk.
Right. But that's the thing, right? So how does she justify it? Well, by having the most hyperbolic fucking reaction to people. Oh, well, I mean, look, it is okay because you're trying to strip away the rights of women, you fucking misogynist. Yeah. We got it. We got it. You're intellectually dishonest to the fucking core. Hardcore punk stem from counterculture. I mean, like, but this girl ain't counterculture, right? Stop thinking about the music and more of the fashion. Blame the Sex Pistols for that shit. Rev does bring up a pretty good point, actually.
Yeah, not for real.
Yeah, but like, Crass, Black Flag, Crass, Dead Kennedys, The Exploited, Crass. Hashtag hose mad.
You gotta make sure Crass is in there.
Yeah, get them in there a third time. But the point is, like, counterculture. I don't understand how you're going to claim that you're counterculture when you literally agree with all the major corporations say, okay, and your opinions are as main fucking streamers. The furthest opinion she has to anything insane or crazy is literally saying all conservatives are Nazis, but everybody on the fucking left already says that. Fucking saying, well, being punk means that you have to support leftist ideology. Yeah, that's your academic schooling that taught you how to be just I don't want to say bigot, but yeah, bigot. Fuck it. You're a fucking bigot. Fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Anyways. Gentlemen, let me read what Steve said. Hold on.
Yeah.
So after Steve watched this, this is my best. This is what Steve said. Nope. That bitch can suck my dick and fuck off to Venezuela. Fuck that hoe. Wow, that triggered me. That little dumbass woman like that need to stay the fuck out of the punk scene. What band did you play for, bitch? Oh, someone I never heard of? Yeah, fuck off and die, hon. Policing people's right to free speech and wasting money on makeup while using your following to influence us shame people into voting for a political party you don't know shit about because you didn't study politics in school. You studied punk, something you don't need to go to fucking school to learn. Very punk. Wow. I don't say poser much, but this bitch is a straight up poser. I hate her. And then he gave me a gif of someone flipping a table over.
Good times, right? Good times.
That was great. That was fucking great.
Or disavows, shaking his head.
Not really. I read it already. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I read that shit already.
Okay. Well, I mean, that is the stream for tonight, guys. I was originally going to go online or onto the Patreon page and set up the Patreon poll with everybody in the chat, but we got way off into the weeds earlier. So instead, what we are going to do is just thank all the Patreon members. What?
Kyle's standing for it. That's very, very nice.
Huh?
Kyle Jordan, chat.
Oh, wait, hold
He's
on.
clapping,
Pix wants me to check something out. What is this? Oh, and Steve, that was beautiful. Okay, let me see. Pix, let me click on that link. What is it?
It's fucking Mia Khalifa's nudes. Could you imagine?
Oh my god, I can.
Okay.
Okay.
What the hell, Pix?
Oh, what is this? This is different. Pix, I swear to God, if you got me to talk about another topic right now.
That's a Funimation VA that admitted to sending a picture to a minor.
Chris Tuman at Funimation voice actor sent dick pics to holy shit. Holy shit. I have no rebuttal. I have no defense. It's all there. It happened. Wasn't an accident. What the fuck? All I can really say is that I am deeply sorry for how uncomfortable I made them feel. I was in a very dark place during this time after a near decade. Still inexcusable. I had a long stint of doing this. Oh my gosh.
Oh shit, you think he likes cuties? You should ask him. Ask him in the thread. Or is that a screenshot?
No, this is an archive.
Oh shit.
My
Is he still
God.
active? What's his name?
Oh, let's fucking check.
I wanna
Yeah,
know.
what's his handle?
I can't believe we spent all that time talking about that punk, that fake punk poser bitch. When we had something like this.
What's his name?
This is insane. It's Bebop_86 on Twitter.
Chris. Yeah, there he is. I'm gonna look for that.
Oh my God.
Bebop_86.
Holy shit. This guys, this, I mean, it's not even the archive link. Hold on.
This is 3 hours ago, dude.
Shit, you want to take that down? Okay, so exposing Chris Tuman. This person was like, let's see a pic. I don't think it needs to be shared. He kind of admits it. Holy fuck. It's all here. I mean, what? Dude, I'm trying to be a better human every day. Just please don't harass collaborators I've worked with. This isn't fair to them. They didn't know about this. Okay, remember that thing that you were saying, Aura, about how people should not have go out on internet and do drama and shit?
Yeah. Should you link the thing that I sent?
Yeah. Can you fucking link it again? Because everyone needs to go immediately and report this guy.
Oh, well, let me put my snide tweet first. Now I'll put the actual tweet as well.
Holy shit. Who the fuck liked this shit? I'm sorry. There's 3 people who like this stuff. So I got to see what they said. I'm just going to put pedophile alert. Arrest this man.
Share the link I just sent on that tweet that you're doing.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Okay. Report this pedo now. Okay. Did you send the link?
It's in the chat. Well, there. I put it in the DMs then, if you need it there.
No, that's good. I'm putting this on Twitter too, just because. Pedophile alert. It's obvious. Chris will not go to the police and is instead seeking the internet's forgiveness. Fuck that noise. Report this pedo now. Let me tag in Yellow Flash and Tug. At Funimation VA admits to sending dick pics to minors.
Unsolicited genitalia. Sound professional, Crow.
No, fuck that.
Dick pics.
Says he's done it before.
All I did was send the link. I'm like, report. Like, that's it. That's all I fucking did. This guy.
I can't even find his Twitter. Bebop86.
Dude,
yeah, just send
here,
it in,
look. Yeah, let me do it.
Yeah.
God damn it, Steve.
I don't know how to spell Bebop, I guess.
Bebop. Well, don't worry. I just sent it to you. There you go.
Oh, I was spelling with 2 B's because that's not how you spell Bebop.
2 E's.
That's how you spell Bebop. Oh, fuck.
I guess you're
Thanks
just not
for letting us know at Pix. I've tagged the bigger names. And Toy Donnie.
Tag the fucking FBI. Like, what are you doing? This?
I can do that too, but who else do I tag?
Oh, seriously? I don't know, man. Like, are you trying to just alert the word or something, or get the retweets to spread the word? Wait, is that what the goal is? Because let's see, you did those two already. Toy Bounty Hunters is fine.
Where's
Ricada?
where's he live?
Oh, I don't know. Probably Texas.
No. Says he's done it before.
Oh, fuck. Is it like Ricada Media, his handle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yep. See, look, Kai, Nick Ricada, everyone Ricada.
Okay. I'm retweeting it out with the report link. That is seriously, holy fuck.
Why don't we talk about that tomorrow? Fuck Punk.
Oh yeah, no, we will.
No, we already went over Punk.
You know what we should do? Let's re-go over some of the crazy shit that some of the VAs have done, like Neil Kaplan. You remember that guy?
Yeah, no, okay. So tomorrow, fuck the politics. We're going to talk all about this individual, and let's talk about every single fucking voice actor, right? From fucking Funimation, from all these places, right? Yeah. And all the fucking nasty, disturbing, perverted shit that they've been allowed to do, right? Yeah. And this, I know because people are going to say like Vic Mignogna. Well, Vic Mignogna got canceled, okay? Mm-hmm. You didn't have evidence. This motherfucker, they have evidence, and he's admitting to it.
I wonder if he'll respond to my cuties question.
What? Did you ask him if he liked the film Cuties?
No, yeah, like go back to the thread and look at the last thing. You'll see my comments.
God damn. All right, guys, let's get out of here. I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do?
You don't want to go for 4 hours? You don't want to go another 10 minutes?
No,
because I'm gonna download. Steve, hit me with the thumbnail right now. I'm going to download this stream. I'm going to clip up this last part of the segment, get the video up right now. Okay, just get the word out as much as we can. Dude, I cannot fucking believe this shit. I'm blown the fuck away right now.
You should throw up to end the stream.
A movie
I think it'll be very climactic.
Exists.
I
Maps and Lolly. This is like the year of the pedo, dude. I'm not surprised at all.
Well, no, pedo is just becoming a hot topic because that's the biggest thing that you could call anybody now. Like, if you notice, the word goes around a lot. Like,
yeah,
you could do anything. You could eat popsicles and you're a pedophile. I'm not joking. Like, mystery flavored Airhead popsicle, pedophile.
Oh man, this guy.
Look at that, Steve. I broke Steve. Look at him. He's thinking about it. I love Airhead popsicles with mystery flavor inside.
No, I'm just thinking of like, I want to find a good image of this fucker for a thumbnail.
Oh, here. It's his actual name. Go to Google Images.
Yeah.
He's a public figure.
There's a lot of other people. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, if you put like Funimation VA, he's a public figure.
He's also
really sorry.
Bad looking.
Oh, damn. That's what happened. I thought you were super focused.
No. Power just like all the lights in the room just like flicked on and off, and yeah, our internet got cut out.
Yeah, I thought you were just either super focused or you got offended by my comment about Airheads popsicles.
No. This is, dude. I am still on this whole thing of like, what the actual fuck is going on?
He's a perv. He's a pedo.
No, my apparently my internet is like hard crashed here, so I don't know what happened.
Or if the power went out, probably the modem's got to reboot, right?
It's probably Spectrum.
Fuck.
It's on the Spectrum?
Okay.
That's right, Steve.
His internet's on the Spectrum, guys.
Spectrum is a fucking internet provider. I'm not joking. That's the name of the company.
You want some retarded slow internet? Spectrum.
Steve, please. Remedial. We've talked about this.
Doesn't matter how many times you say it. Doesn't matter how many times you say it.
In every thumbnail from now on, the word remedial has to be there just so it can like fuck with your subconscious and you just say it by accident.
No, it's always going to be the other one.
Well, right, I don't know.
Bro, what are you doing?
He's trying
taking us
I'm
on a journey.
I'm making my way through. I'm making my way through the house right now.
You should just end the stream like right now through your phone.
What about Brew?
Aw. That's a cat.
Dude, did you? I was like, where? Oh, I thought you pulled her out of your fucking robe. You know, I was like, were you carrying her there like a fucking kangaroo? You know, just like.
No, I wasn't. Anyways, guys, yeah, that's it for the stream. Share the story about this this fucking Funimation voice actor. Holy shit! Let's go. No Patreon reading only because my internet just crashed here. So I apologize, Patreon members. I'll try to do something special for y'all tomorrow. But holy shit. Thank you so much for tuning into another stream on the Crows of Judgment channel. And maybe